Alright, you guys should all be able to hear me. Hey Palpy, welcome to the stream. Back to another roster review. Hey Jay Chung, welcome back. Nice to see you returning after the sub last stream. I just want to kind of apologize to Grand Arena. This last Grand Arena, I don't know if it was just the streaming time, it was very late for all the rounds, but we did pretty poorly. It's nice to see you guys back. We're going to be doing some roster reviews today, guys. Tomorrow, Territory Wall. The day after Grand Arena. Action-packed week, right? Let me know if the background audio is a bit better. Last time I think it was a bit quiet. I've got it a little bit louder now. You guys can see my progress for this week. We just got Ninth Sister to Relic, which means I only have 2 more Inquisitors in preparation for Grand Inquisitor. They're on their way. Sounds good to you? Well, that's always good. That's always good. Don't forget the okay, R9 item won't be for another week or 2. So it will happen. It will just be another week or 2. So don't worry, that's gonna happen. Because I want to make sure that I hit the Grand Inquisitor event first. Once I'm guaranteed to do that, then we worry about Iden and we do some fun stuff there. So don't worry, I haven't forgotten. The celebration stream, right? R9 Iden. Anyways, guys, we're not here to look at my roster. We're here to look at your rosters. Now, I'm back to where we ended last time. What I'm going to do going forward is I'm actually going to ping you guys in the Discord server and just let you know when I went live with your ones. But first, I just want to hit and seep it. I just want to guarantee we get some sort of attack in here. I'm just going to run a standard Kylo team. Not really expecting much here, but we'll send this in and then we're completely on the roster review train. Plus we're only 5 minutes in. We need to give it a while before people come in. We don't want to start reviewing rosters before everyone's actually in here to view them, right? Okay, let's start by going for a poke. We can do this. Yeah, we'll swipe. That's a good idea because that's going to give us advantage on Thrawn. And then Thrawn's going to crit a bunch of times. There we go. Beautiful. Let's keep the ult going. We need to get Kylo's ult up and running early on. Pull the assist. Okay, there's stage 1. We need to hit stage 3 now. We'll go for the swipe. That's stage 2. Switch it back to Kylo, and we're going to poke. We should be at stage 3 ult now. Beautiful. So we'll do that here. Okay, beautiful. This is actually looking pretty good. I'll have a look. I was literally just going to carry on from where we were last time. Okay, Daka dying is literally the worst thing that could have happened there, guys. We're still going to kind of carry on here. Okay, now we just swipe. We'll see. If everyone just starts dying, this is not going to look very good. But what we're hoping for is this. Because that's stage 1 ult. It's not a very good run, is it? Okay. We'll do one more run here, post the score, and then we will do roster reviews. I just need to make sure I actually get rewards in CPIT here today, guys. How is everyone's Monday going today? Prawn Big Brain, I love that you're spamming the emote. I love to see that. Alright, let's pull the assist, go for this. Beautiful, same as the last time. Just this time I'm kind of hoping Daka's not the one to get devoured, because then we can actually benefit from revives. So call the assist, that's stage 1 ult. Basic, that's almost stage 2. Swipe. Lovely. Switch it back to Kylo. Poke. And we should be at stage 3, just like last time. Oh, your day was good. Spring break's in our school. Ah, spring break. That's like a US thing, right? We don't really have spring break over here in the UK. Okay, that was actually kind of okay. As long as Daka's not the one to die, I don't really mind what happens. You know, let's actually start swiping earlier this time. Revive. Okay, we didn't land it, but we do land a fracture. We're gonna swipe again. That'll give us ult. Okay, swipe again. Okay, there's a revive. Ouch. I'm not gonna lie here, guys. We're not really. Yeah, I'm just gonna put. I mean, that's terrible. We'll just post anyway. Should have aeroplane mode and gone for more, but it's okay. We just wanted to post something. That wasn't a very good round. Alright, we're not here to do this anyway. We're here to do some other stuff. So let's go start doing roster reviews. So the first one is going to be here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ping everyone in the roster review section. Request a roster review. Okay. Now this is when we find out if people are actually in. Okay, because if I can't ping you, it means you're not actually in my server. So that's it. That's always fun. Hey Nitro, welcome to the stream. We're back to doing some roster reviews today. Let me just close all of this. Alright, today's stream is going to be a little bit of a long one, guys. So, like I said, get some popcorn. Be ready for some fun. If you're... I don't know, we'll try and figure out how to ping people. But if you're not in the server, there's not really a lot I can do. Also, I mean, you can always request one. Especially at Grand Arena coming up, you can always, if you would rather, you can always ask for a Grand Arena one. Where instead of looking at your actual account, I look at only the Grand Arena, your recent matches, where you could improve. Thank you for the stream. Well, thank you for coming. Without you guys, it would be nothing. So, this is... Okay, a Star Killer farm. Also, almost done with Profundity. GAC is the favourite game mode. So, Radis obviously needs to go to R9. We all know that. We're not here to comment on the Profundity farm. What I will say is for 4 mil, this is an executive account with C, soon Profundity, and Star Killer. Do you know, it makes sense. Profundity and Star Killer do have overlapping requirements with Dash. I mean, Star Killer's 4 characters. If you do the Profundity, you've already done one of them. That's kind of interesting. And if you are bothered about Rebel Fleets, granted he's not that great. But oh shit, is a Rebel. And yeah, this person hasn't actually got it, but you would maybe farm that up, right? So I get that. Okay. I mean, in terms of the actual quality of the account, it's very nice. I like it. Now, in terms of, I mean, we need to look at mods. DR is the fastest, right? 342, that's decent. Is he modded for the right primaries? Yeah. I mean, this is really nice. So, nice looking DR. Rex is pretty quick. 314, and that 314 in a gas team. We're looking at around about 392. But was it 1.2? It's 1.2, it's not 1. Yeah, okay, that was actually one calculation. I just times it by a little bit too much. It's 314 times 1.2. Oh god, guys, I can't do maths today. 314 times 1.2. Wow. Just forget I ever did anything, right? Okay. 314 times 1.2. 376. Been liking the videos and streaming. Thanks for putting them on. Well, thank you for coming along. Yeah, unfortunately, I've just not had time to do videos lately, guys. Today, I did like, I think I did almost 13 hours at work. So, long day, right? And I obviously can't make videos when I'm working. But I have an account remodding video to post, which is going to be a very long one, but I'm going to go over my account remod that I did last month, what I could improve on, tips and tricks. Basically the idea of the video is just to show you guys the entire process I went through, and then it can help you guys, because I did some of it manually and I did some of it a little bit automated. And there's kind of things that are good and bad. I've then got a 3 to play episode to post. I've actually got 2 to post. Yeah, real life will always be first, unfortunately. Unless I ever retired from working, which I won't, because I enjoy it, and I can go into like just full-time YouTube, but that's not gonna happen. So I don't think I'd ever even if the possibility came, I don't think I'd want to. Because the thing for me that makes this enjoyable is the fact that it's hobby, right? The second you do something as a job, you lose all the enjoyment. We've got 3 to play, I've got 2 episodes planned. I've got a couple more modding videos I want to do, and the really quick modding guides. I've then got my Jabber guide, but not Jabber guide, sorry, the Smuggler's Run 2 guide, which I managed to very easily beat that with only 2 Zetas on my Jabber. And he was like, Relic 5, no ult, Relic 5 requirements, like literally the lowest you couldn't do. And it was very easy. And then I have a couple of fun videos planned, and my farming guide, which I have finalized. I said that a couple weeks ago, but I've finalized it. I'm just writing a script for the video and doing some cool graphics, and then that will be up at some point in the next week. Hopefully, depending on if I have to do insane hours again. But we'll see. So that's something for you guys to look forward to. You're farming for Jabber currently? Nice. Get your Jabber farm on. I mean, we saw yesterday, he's just ridiculously good. The Trippers team, what's the turn order? Okay, so firstly, I'm always going to plug videos in, guys, when the opportunity comes. Not just because I want more views, obviously. I'm only joking. No, the real reason I do this is because I could explain it, and I can explain it for sure. But I literally have a video that I made about 9 months ago. I'll recommend you bookmark it and go watch it after the stream. It goes over the modding, right? And the modding is part of the turn order. I do explain that in there. But for those of you who haven't seen it, or you're just interested in knowing, I mean, we can take a look at this account here and their troopers, right? So they have 4 troopers at Relic. Obviously, 2 of them are C requirements and one of them is an executive requirement. So in terms of the turn order, here's what I like to do. There are things you could change. Piet should be the fastest. Unless you have Gideon and use Gideon in the team, and then Gideon should be the fastest, right? Because basically, like with all teams, we discussed this last review stream. When you have troopers as an example, you want one character, with any team when you're modding for efficiency, you want to pick 1 or 2 characters who get the team up and running. So in the case of Imperial Troopers, it's either Piet or Gideon. Gideon, because he removes all your turn meter, all their turn meter, and gives you turn meter back, so you're always going to go first. But if you rely on Gideon, you can't use him against DR, because if they put HK in there, you're not going to gain any turn meter back. So there's something to watch out for. The next thing is Piet, right? Because Piet's giving buffs, so he gives turn meter as well. So that's why he's very nice to have as the fastest. After him, it's kind of down to personal preference. Now, I like to kind of think of it this way. You send your troopers in, and it's all about, you know, taking turns until you start one-shotting people. So what I like to do is have Piet go first, then I like to have Dark go next, and then I would have someone, for example, Range Trooper, and then Viz. And the reason being, you would end on Viz's AoE. So if we were to look at the abilities here, we look at this one. Now, this one deals 40% less damage. So you don't want to do that early on because your Dark Trooper's not going to be hitting as hard. But if you've already stacked your offense high, it doesn't really matter. And because of the modding, you can actually mod this guy for like 0 speed and be absolutely fine. If you have Stark, it does change it a little bit because he can just do this. And you just gain so much turn meter. He's then a turn meter booster. But for the most part, I'd say Piet, then Dark, then whoever you want. Honestly, I'd put the guys with assists at the end, so Range Trooper and Veers. That's what I would do anyway. Okay, so back to looking at the speeds of the characters, and honestly, it's not too bad. All I would kind of say is I'm not sure that it's really where it should be. Like, again, we just spoke about troopers. We do this too often. We can work this out real quick, just based on this person's Imperial troopers. We always like to go over these things. So we've already kind of looked at Pierre, and he's 301 speed. Now, let's work this out, guys. So Pierre is 301. You then plus a 20 from the lead. Sorry, my bad. He's 321 with the lead in there. Now, the next trooper, at a minimum, needs to be 256. Now, I can tell you now, the mods here are kind of completely wasted. Because we look at the next fastest, and he is 286. So right here, you're kind of missing. You're just wasting mods, right? That's kind of what we're saying here. Yes, you are and you aren't. Okay, this is kind of the tough part because good mods are still good mods. But there's an argument: could you not put this 16 speed mod on someone else and then make someone else slower? So, Veers, for example, does not need to be 259. You basically have two Imperial troopers at the same speed. It's just a waste of mods at this point. So what did we sell at 264, something like that? If Veers is going to be your next fastest, 211. So this is something I would look into, right? Because it is kind of important for maximizing your mod roster. Because you got to think, you could drop one of them down, you can make B1 faster, you can make CLS faster, you can make Mara Jade faster. So, but, balancing out the mods, that can help. The other thing is, there's some characters down here, even at low gear, who should be your faster characters. Examples include Shakti, Mara Jade, Hermit Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda. Who else do we have here that's kind of important? That meter. So, 7th, you don't have quiz up and running, don't worry about that one. So they're kind of the ones that pop out to me right now. If we scroll up a little bit, Han Solo, Echo, obviously, Zam. Look, I kind of feel like Zam, for example, should be above Star, for example. Or that if we scroll down, B1, if you run a Grievous team, B1 should be as high offense and a high speed as you can get. It makes a huge difference to the team. Qui-Gon does not need to be speed. Okay, Qui-Gon is a weird one. You do want him to be fast if, like, people would mod him for speed if you don't have the Omicron, but you're not really using him if you don't have the Omicron. If you're using him in Grand Arena with the Omicron, you just want him as high offense, or like this person has done. Tenacity can also work, but honestly, offense is better. A lot of people run Tenacity because it does help break down the bad batch counter a little bit if you start resisting stuns. But for the most part, just has high offense as possible. It doesn't matter if he's 0 speed, because he's not really doing a lot there. The main characters doing stuff is Anakin, Cam. The other thing is, if you have Cam in there, even at low stars, and you have the Zeta, he's going to be giving you a bonuses to speed. So you can really make up for lack of modding there. Again, Bosk is another one. Trey is another one who's very nice with decent mods. And you'll find a lot of these characters are low base speed, so that traders here is almost plus 100, and at Relic they're going to be what, like 250 speed at plus 100. That's not that great for a character, but you do still need the speed. And this is where we go back to kind of being more efficient with mods, because if we look at just, for example, the characters, Sith Eternal is a Galactic Legend, he's always going to be up there. Imperial Troopers, that's fine. General Scopus, that's fine. Boba Fett, I don't know why he's this quick. Vader, fair enough. Malik, fair enough. Revan, but then we look at Malik's mods. Tenacity, that's fine. That might just be your best Tenacity set. It might just be a really fast set. Darth Revan, he does need speed, that's fair enough. Jedi Knight Revan, okay. And then we kind of go down, and you're going to start seeing multiple characters on the same team being very, very close together. Grandmaster Yoda, Jolie, so forth, and again, I kind of feel like B2, B1. Why are they so close? Because you don't need them to be this close. You could instead make B2 slower, and you could boost Traya, or you could boost Sam, or you could boost Newt. My advice here, and it's what a lot of you can kind of do, is rather than putting all your eggs in one basket and saying, hey, look, I'm going to have a god-modded gas team, try and balance out. Obviously, there's going to be rare examples where this is kind of irrelevant. Also, I kind of just went by power there. We didn't actually sort by speed. It's just a bit funny what I just said. I mean, the same still kind of applies. I mean, you can still look, and I forgot I wasn't sorted by speed, so sorry about that. But you can still see a lot of the troopers are next to each other. But yeah, my point still applies for those of you who are interested. It's just about balancing your resources rather than having one or two really quick teams. Try and balance them out so all your teams are relatively good. And like I said, always try and find that one character who boosts the turn meter, boosts the team. So for example, we can go through a couple of examples here. This person does have a Relic Dooku. Dooku on his special here, this one here, is going to be given turn meter. So if he's very quick, he gives his whole team turn meter, which is huge for getting the team up and running. Okay, so that's kind of where we're going to start here. Now, this person did say they're farming for Starkiller, and Starkiller is a decent farm. I'm kind of a fan of that. Profundity would also be huge. If you can get to 5 million GP, have Profundity, Executor, C, and Starkiller, that's looking good. But then I'm kind of like, well, why not branch off and start doing some Galactic Legends? Because C on his own is not going to be enough, right? This person here, they are currently in Erodium, and honestly, with Profundity, Executor, C, Gas, and maybe one or two more GLs, they could easily go up Kyber. Easily. I mean, we play people in the higher ends of Kyber too, and they have, 2 GLs and Executive Profundity, and they do cope. Granted, C, C is very good, but he's probably one of the weaker ones right now. Lack of lifter unit, what tempo is going to be leaving, although this person doesn't need to worry about that, depending on if they get trench or not. So that's always something to think about, right? But like I said, decent account. We'll have a good look at Datacrunch. There's no real investment there, and that's okay. Okay. We've had quite a few requests come in. So, guys, we're going for an order. We're resuming from the last stream. So, everyone will be seen at some point. The next one is Tim B. That is your Discord username, or Tim in YouTube. So, if you're watching now, that's awesome. If you're not, I'm going to try and find a way to let you guys know. I need to do like a spreadsheet. Put links. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to like the automated thing that we had before, right? So this person is farming SLKR. They are 1.6 million GP. It looks like an Arnold farming plan from a couple of years ago, which, he's proven that this works, right? And that's kind of the big thing. Because sometimes you can have these ideas and these theories, but they don't really apply in the real world, in the real Grand Arena way of planning and running accounts. The SLKR farming plan does work. The question is, would it stand the test of time now? Or will you see, because will you see over the next year or so that be adapted and revised? Because obviously, over time, different Galactic Legends, different things are more important. For example, something which his plan doesn't necessarily cover is Proving Grounds. Now, okay, you could argue that if you have Kylo, you're going to be winning Proving Grounds anyway, but I know a lot of people still struggle, right? And I feel like that's something that a lot of people should take into account now. Like, it's not just Grand Arena, you need to focus for everything, and that's something I'll cover in my farming plan that's going to come out in the next couple of weeks. Now, in terms of the actual account, your only relics so far are First Order. You are working on Palpatine. I mean, it looks good, right? The fleets are a long way off, though. That's the only thing that worries me. Because if you're free to play, once you get finalized, you're still looking at 6 months. More like 5, because you get 10 shards each time. You need to do, 6 months. Because you need, 50... How many shards do you need? 65. So 7 months. But you're still looking at a decent chunk of time just spent on farming the ships just to get finalizer for Kylo. Like, you need to get the ships done early, and I would actually argue that a lot of the characters could possibly wait until you're closer to being done with the fleet. Like, in this sort of position, we can have a look at your ships. If you whale, it's a little bit different, but it doesn't look like you're doing that. Luckily, it gives you time to build up the echelon. But what I would kind of say is maybe go through and have a look at some other characters here who would be useful. For example, I don't know if you have them, Dash is actually very good with Vet Hunt. He was one of the Vet Hunt in Dash teams, was one of the first ones that people saw early on when he released, and it can still do things for you for sure. How's it going? It's going good. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a good Monday. Hopefully you enjoy the stream and stick around and chat. It's always good to see new faces, even though I know your face isn't new. But just in general, for anyone new, it's always good to see you guys. It's always good to see returning viewers as well. And don't get me wrong, guys, I do 100% recognize 99% of you. There's always going to be 1 or 2 of you where I'm like, okay, I don't remember this guy. If that's you, I apologize. But for the most part, I do remember each and every one of you. And yeah, I appreciate you guys all coming onto the stream, checking it out, asking for reviews, because you're the reason that I'm here, making videos. So yeah, that's kind of what I would say on the actual farm itself. Now let's kind of think a little bit about general play. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to have a look at your Grand Arena. And the reason being, I want to see... what's the account name called? The account is called Kieran. I don't actually... Sorry guys for yawning now. I'm a little bit tired today. Still fairly new. And I did recognize your name. 100% I did recognize your name. I was just rambling. If you enjoy the stream, by the way, be sure to give it a like. Last time we did a roster review stream, we managed a massive 62 likes. And I'm wondering, can we get more than that today? And currently, we're on 9. Right? And there's 12 of you watching so far. So, let's see if we can get that a little bit higher, shall we? Because it does boost the algorithm, and it helps out a lot. Like, if you guys enjoy roster reviews, you should enjoy helping the stream reach other people. Right, so, I like the fact you're going Kylo. The only thing that ever worries me about Kylo farms is if you only focus on him, I feel like it leaves your roster too thin. I feel like you have to supplement it with 1 or 2 different farms. For example, you could go for a Zori team, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Because you could run Zori, Vet, Smuggler, Han, Finn, Poe, and then want to see anyone? And then you can use JTR with leftovers, like droids or whatever. Like, that is something you could do. But I feel like you've really got to supplement this. And I'm not saying you have to relic teams because you're not at that position in the game. You're still early on. And that would be dumb for me to say, hey, look, you need to go relic Vader and relic Princess Leia and all of these characters. Young Han should definitely be up there. I like that you're farming him and it shows you pay attention to the channel, right? We love to see it. But what I'm kind of getting at here is if you want to compete, not just in Grand Arena, but in every aspect of the game, Conquest, Grand Arena, Territory War, Territory Battles, you need to kind of expand all the time and refine your roster. So in the case here, I'd say, again, you're a long, even when you have the characters done, you're going to be a few months away. Now, if you spend, maybe not, but if you don't spend, use those few months and develop it a little bit more. You know, get Jednak Revan, get a smuggler team, work on Darth Revan, which looks like that's what you're doing. Like, we can go and we can have a look at your Sith Empire, and we can see, yeah, you're most likely working slowly on a Darth Revan team. Maybe you've just taken HK to 7 star because he's an easy farm, I don't know. But what my recommendation is pick a couple of teams and work on them and expand them, because it's going to make your life a lot easier. Otherwise, you're literally going to be relying on personal TIE pilot, Hux, and crew to kind of carry you. And I don't think that's going to work long term. It might work for a while, but long term I don't see that working. So, in my opinion, I feel like it's good to kind of balance these out, work on other stuff. Like I said, teams that I would actually recommend here, honestly, Starkiller's a good farm from Kylo, C's a good farm from Kylo. I still think a Zori team makes sense, because you can basically get a BB-8 team going with JTR, and then you can also get like a decent Zori team. Vet Smuggler Han is good in that team. Trust me, guys, I tried it out a lot, and he just ability blocks and stuns everyone because of those massive potency boosts. So it's something for you guys to think of. And let's take a look at the mods, and then we'll go from there. Okay. This is interesting to me. Phasma being your fastest. Now, she's 243. I'm going to be honest here. I'm kind of thinking you should have faster mods. You're 1.6 mil, which is okay. But we look at the speeds and we can see, yeah, 75 on Hux. Hux isn't the quickest character ever. But I kind of feel like we should be having at least one character who's in that, 270, 280 range. Hey Tommy, welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see all you guys in here with your little members badges. Awesome feeling, right? Imagine being able to post emotes and show everyone how you're feeling. Could never be me. Suggest a 3-prong approach. Find a GL squad. One for helping a girl doing a passion project. That's a nice idea. I do like that. See, it really depends on who you ask. See, personally, I feel like you're better off going for an approach where you do the duel after you've already got the framework. Like, for me, it's more like building a house. You wouldn't just put the roof on very early, right? You would build the structure and then you would fill the walls and you would put the roof on last. What's the absolute worst character in this game? Krennic. Okay, that was a bit of an exaggeration. There's some pretty bad characters in this game. The thing is, I could literally say anyone and you guys are going to say, but they get used to it. Like, Bodhi's pretty bad. Cup's pretty bad. Everyone else has some sort of use. Ugnaught. Thing is, Ugnaught actually isn't as bad as the others. Like, he actually has some uses, right? This is kind of the thing. If you're saying the absolute worst, they just need to be useless characters. But he can do something, right? Because one more matches for you and R9 Young Lando. How could you say this? How could you say this? It's unfair, but it's also true. R9 Young Lando's been pretty... he hasn't held for me once, and he hasn't won for me once. Oh my god, worst R9 I've ever done. Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, at least with Young Hun, we actually ended up beating Malgus, right? Lobot, yeah, okay. But Lobot, I don't. They're bad, but they're not on the cup level bad. Like Lobot has beaten GLs in the past, right? Because of the whole datacom thing. I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm gonna die. Fair enough. See, I still think it's really between. If I'm honest, I think it's between Bodhi and Cup. Lobot and Ugg not on me when. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Because you know someone will play that. We're gonna get Cup on Macron soon. And then all of a sudden my R8 Cup's gonna be useful. Oh man, that'd be beautiful. Cup shares offense between Galactic Republic. Oh man. I feel like we should just get like a new Coruscant faction. And Cup just goes crazy, right? Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, we need to stop getting distracted, right? Otherwise, we're never gonna get through this. Man, I'm so sad you actually brought up the fact that my young Lando's trash. Oh, man, it hurts. So we're just looking at speeds, and the thing is, I honestly think you just need to work on them a little bit more. Like for example, in GAC, you're getting 100 speed. Your first little TIE pilot's only going to be 295. I say only. It's still going to outspeed almost everything you go up against. But you should be aiming for more. So I'd recommend you maybe farm mods. Because, I mean, you're doing well on the bonuses, right? But try and up that and get some other mods as well. The other Hofbro, yeah, he is awful. But he's not the most useless character because he's needed for a shard. Oh, you're 499 out of 500 mods. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. Because this is actually something that you guys said you didn't like about the modding video I did last time, because you said I didn't explain it enough. So if I go into my mods, the best thing to do if you don't use hot utils, you need to set up mod filters. Now I made this one first, and what you do is on here you can select what you want and what you don't want. So here I've got it set to less than 15 and only MK1 to MK4. Then I filter it and you can see all of them appear, right? So you would just sell them all. The next one I do is this. So I've gone squares, arrows, triangles, circles, crosses, and I've gone defense and accuracy. Now what I do, honestly, is I just sell all of these. Now if it's a gold mod or a purple mod and it has like 5 speed, I'll look at it. And if it rolls like 15 or more, I'll keep it. Anything less than I won't. Because I'm going to be honest, some characters you do want primary stats, some you only want speed. There's no point putting a 10 speed defense primary on a character who needs protection and you're getting like 2 speed. It's not worth it. So this is what I would do first. And go through and get rid of all of these, right? Now I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of a believer that it's okay to keep 1 or 2 bad mods. For example, you can see I have a 15 speed accuracy arrow. I've just got it there for the random chance that one day you just for some reason need an accuracy arrow. Obviously I'm just putting this on Cup to use it. I'm not going to upgrade this. It's just there for if I ever need it, because I'd rather be in a position where I have it than when I don't have it. But for the most part, just get rid of these. This is an example where I said just keep it and have a look if it's gold. Not a good mod, but it's just something I do. Then I go down, and what I do is I go through this way. So I start by revealing. This does cost a lot of credits. And I basically go through here and I reveal all the stats. Now once I've done that, I then look at all the 0 speed mods. So now we've revealed everything. Now we can go through and we can see every mod that has not rolled speed. Obviously you can see I haven't revealed anything here. We don't have enough credits to do that today. I normally save up like 50-60 million credits to do like a big modding session. Which if you have 500 mods, you should probably be doing that as well. And then what I do, I kind of said it before, I don't think I've really made it clear enough. I don't keep every single 0 speed mod. Like I normally go through and, like, for example, this one. It has health, protection. I hold on to that just in case, because if I'm not worried about mod inventory space, I'm okay to just hold on to it and see if I ever need it. But for the most part, you would sell most of these, right? If it's speed, just sell it. If it doesn't roll speed, just sell it. Then I go on and I'm just looking at speed arrows. All of these will get favorited. I don't want to be selling any of these. You never want to sell these, right? Even if they're bad secondaries, you want to keep them. There's a pinned comment in the YouTube. You can click there. It'll take you to a little form and you can fill it in and request it. Okay, so then I go and I look at crit damage and offense. And these are, again, majority of the time I'm keeping them. Then I look at these and I just go through and we have a look. And so we've got E, good speed. And if you want to see the filters, we've got MK5, we've got E mod, and then we put it at least 80% slice rate, right? Or percentage. So when we, for example, you can see we don't have any here. But say we look at a D mod. You can see this mod's flagged. You can see in terms of the slice quality, it's 94%. So it's a decent mod and potential. Obviously, I'm not keeping this. I just favorited this again because on the off chance we need them, I don't mind holding on to one or two down the line, right? But these are awful mods. Again, you can see I don't like defense primaries, but this mod sliced pretty well. So it's okay keeping, it's okay looking at. And basically, you just kind of follow this around. And then you'll kind of get to the point where everything, you go through and you favorite everything in these sections, right, that rolls. And then you can just kind of go through and you can then, guys, where is it? Reset to default. And then you can kind of go through and just sell everything that's left over because you've then filtered, you've gone through, you've upgraded everything of value, and then you can kind of sell. It takes a while, but this is going to be your best way of finding a decent mod, right? And mod filters help a lot with that. Okay, let's go back to the reviews, right? Okay, so not gonna lie, still do the mods the old way, even though make the system so much better. I mean, that's up to you. That's up to you. I mean, I wouldn't say the system's much better now. It's just more. Honestly, I would recommend you just spend a couple of hours and set up some filters. Because it does make your life a lot quicker. See, for me, I do all my new mods manually, and then I use the filters to see what's actually good. And then I kind of filter out. But what you're going to learn is that it's actually better to be strict with your mods. For example, if you roll a free roll speed mod with 11 speed, keep it, but never upgrade it. It's not a good mod. And you need to be very, very strict. And also, like I said in my videos, you need to get out of the habit of only looking at the speed rolls. You also need to look at the secondaries as well. For example, let's look at your crew here. Now, your crew is modded for defense with protection. And your crew's also, like, there's no speed on him. Like, 4 speed. I get the reasoning. Personally, I disagree with this. I think he's better with health, and the reason being, especially if you haven't got a Kylo, he is going to be recovering health, right? He recovers health and protection, but it's better to mod him health. There was a guy who used to make YouTube videos. I don't know if he actually makes them for Swagger anymore. I'm going to have a look real quick. Oh, what was his name? Oh, that's going to really, really annoy me. There was a guy who used to make. Oh, that's gonna really annoy me. Their name's just gone out of my mind, and it's really frustrating. But they have a spreadsheet, and it shows you the effective health and protection of each character. And most of the time, you'll see defense sets with health primaries is the most efficient way forward for maximum health. But then you also need to look at the leads and the uniques, and you just need to learn the kits. Is the best way to build decent mods still to slice up from green? Yes, but here's the thing. With the mod re-rolling, it does change it a little bit. Let me just show you my Stormtrooper who I'm remodding for my Iden team. So I'm currently at 106,000 protection at Relic 1. Just take a look at these mods, for example. This mod here was at gold, it was like 9 speed, like 3 or 4% protection, like 2% tenacity. The 6 dot gave it the protection tenacity. Then I got to 15 speed, no, 13 speed or something like that. And then I rolled it again, and rolled speed, but I actually did the refresh. And that changes things a lot. Like, even this one is a very, very nice mod. They're too quick for Stormtrooper. He doesn't need this. But this is just an example, right? Because of these mod calibrations, they can be very, very good. I mean, we have one right now, so we may as well just do one. It's just to show you guys what they do. This is all part of the reviews, because I like you guys to see how I kind of would approach this. So let's go 6 dots only. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go speed. Now, I would do 2 things. The first is I go less than 5. And then sort by speed. And what this is going to do, this is going to show every mod we have. Yeah, mod calibration luck. That is just a luck thing, unfortunately. But what you can do is, if you find a mod, like for example this, where potency, protection, health. Now, on a lot of characters, health is good. Potency is nice, protection's very good, right? No matter what you calibrate it for, you're going to get something decent. Let's look at Savage. Whatever you calibrate, you're going to get something good. So what I would do is I'd have a look at these, and then I'm not going to do it here because I kind of want the protection. Actually, we could do it here. We could, let's calibrate the protection here, guys. Oh, it's 25, we can't do that one. So anyway, that's something you can do. Then if you want to take it to the next level, you put it at 80% slice. Now this is showing the mods with the, like for example this, you can see that it's literally rolled the best for speed you can get. If we go up, we can look at Ray. This is an 18 with 3, for example. And I'm going to be honest, she doesn't particularly need protection, so we could reroll this. JML, I mean that's also a nice one to roll. Gideon, and this is kind of where I'm going with this. For the purpose of this, we're actually going to roll this one. I'm going to get rid of the offense because I don't think this is particularly too hot. So what we'd want it to roll here is honestly any of these 2. Now, unfortunately, this is the dumb thing, right? When you re-roll, it will also include its original stat. So we might get offense. But in this case, we're going to get potency, speed, or offense. So it's a 1 in 3 chance we get something good. And let's just pray we get speed. We got offense. That bit's just dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Now, thankfully, we actually got an increase, so we might as well just keep the changes. But that does make things a little bit better. The Google Doc is not. I'm gonna be basically update that. I'm currently using this here. Like I said, it's gonna be a long stream, so we're currently 25 out of 43. So again, I don't like spending like 2 minutes or 3 minutes doing your rosters. I would rather spend 10 minutes and get everyone done, but take longer, because then I can give you guys in-depth, detailed points, right? And I think you guys will appreciate them more. In terms of the stream length today, it's probably going to be about 4 to 5 hours long. We should get through around about 25 to 30 rosters. There's no guarantee we get through everyone, but I'll try my best. That was kind of unlucky. Like, that was literally a 1 in 3 chance. I wouldn't even minded tenacity. Sorry, potency, because he can land buff immunity. But anyway, that was just an example to show you modding. Okay, we'll finish up this roster and then we'll go on to the next one. Alright, guys. So, like always, if you enjoy the stream, consider giving it a like. It does help get the stream out to more people. And share it to your friends. Maybe your friends want a roster reviews. Maybe your guildmates want to get a roster review. I'm more than happy to do everyone. You can also request for other people as well. Just the only thing I would say is if you request for someone else, at least let them know when I do their roster. Otherwise, it's just kind of never going to be useful. Okay, people are asking for me to ping. So let's start with this guy. Let's see if Tim is in the Discord here. Hey, Tim B, you are in the Discord, so let's give you a ping. I am currently reviewing your roster. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pinging you if I can. Just so you guys know to come have a look. The spreadsheet will be added later. Thank you so much for the sub. I do appreciate you sticking around. It's a great feeling. when I get you guys to press that sub button, because it shows that the content's somewhat enjoyable, right? Or useful. Maybe both. Hopefully both. Okay, so we'll spend another couple minutes on this roster and then head on to the next one. Datacrons, don't even worry. Don't even worry. Guys, if you're not like in a Rudium, don't even worry about it. I kind of feel like here's one of my issues. I think it's just an issue with the game in general, right? A lot of what we're told to believe and a lot of what we see is through the high-end accounts. I mean, there's not really, for example, many streamers, many YouTubers. Look at all the members, I know, right? I wonder where they all came from. 22 members in one stream. Guys, if you're wondering, you can become a member. It does give you access to fancy little emotes. And it just supports the channel. But it's not mandatory in any sense. So, what I was going for there is... God, my mind's gone so blank. I was talking about Datacrons, wasn't I? One of the issues is because we always watch the big accounts, for example, Arnold, even AP has a big account, Zarif has a big account. All these people have big accounts. So a lot of what we see is based on that. For example, Lord Vader being trash on defense, a lot of that is based on the fact that at the high level, he isn't the best defensive team ever. And it's the same with Datacrons. Like, a lot of people are worrying it'd be the end of the game. But I'm going to be honest, for 99% of you, it doesn't make a difference. There will be obviously instances where it does, but a lot of you can just ignore it and you'll be fine. It's only when you get to the later game that it becomes a thing. What's up? I rushed Starkid a while back when you first started because of my vids. Well, thank you. Put in a roster review request. I want to take a look at that. See what your Starkid Rush looks like. I do appreciate the support and the fact that you followed the guide. Hopefully it turned out somewhat decent for you. Alright, guys. I think we've said enough about this account here. I know we went on a few tangents, but hopefully it was all pliable or applicable to all of you guys watching. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so the next roster we're going to be doing today is going to be Cracking Penny. So let me see if I can ping you in the server. Unfortunately, you're not in the Discord server, so I can't ping you. This is when we find out no one's in my Discord server. If you want a link, type in !Discord, and you'll get a link to the Discord server. I would recommend you join. You can turn on notifications for the streams. Oh, you're right here. Oh, look at that. You knew you was going to be reviewed. I remember you being a member last stream. Look at this. The members are here. That is truly amazing. Alright, let's your Guild 12, JKR, Old Ben, R5 Hoda beat a Relic 7 crew. Hello, Fox team. That's nice. Hold on. JKL Guild 12. Man, JKL is so good. Okay, so this roster here, you are not really sure. Definitely not territorial, though. Massive laughing emoji there, right? Yeah, ! Discord. There's a Discord link there somewhere. Oh man, is this your account? Why do I feel like I've seen it before? 5 million GP. Relic 9 Lord Vader. Oh my god, Commander so good. Oh, okay, hold on a second. You say Territory War is not your favorite game mode, and then you sit here with your fancy R7 Omicron Sidious, and I'm just like, what? That's kind of crazy. Now, do you want to know something really fun? You can run. It's free to play. Nice. That's massive. Well done on having an account this good. Whilst being free to play. Meta request checked out my account about a week or two ago. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna go through everyone. It may take a while, but everyone will get seen at some point. And we'll try and do this roster review stream at least once to twice a week. This is probably this week's roster review stream. I'm not going to do it every day like we did before because it is quite mentally draining. It does take quite long to go through them. So, what I was going to say is if you eventually unlock Malgus, Sidious is an insane fifth. Just make sure you mod him for potency. So for example, we take a look at your one, 141%. Now, you're going to gain Simple Allies gain half health equal to half the potency, right? So they gain health equal to half the potency. So they're going to gain 70%. If we just, for argument's sake, let's just see what division you're in GAC. So you're in Chromium. Just to make this a little bit more reliable, right? There's no point me showing you my R9 Malgus because you're not going to have an R9 Malgus. So let's have a look at Malgus. I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. If you're modding, this is such a good tool. You go to slogo.gg. You then go to the character and you click best mods, right? And then you can see the breakdown for whichever one you're in. So you can see top 100 guilds, Carbonite, Bronzium, Chromium, and so forth. And you can see it does actually change the stats. This is all stat averages. So you can see in Kyber, he's averaged 8.3. In Chromium, he's actually only averaged like almost 5. His average health is 83,000. In Kyber, it's 148,000. So for Chromium, if we go based on your averages, we're looking at 83,000. Right? And let's just get up the calculator. We love doing some maths here. So we look at 83,000 with, obviously this is just based on averages. 844. And then we times that by 1 point, and how much are we increasing this by? 70%, something like that. That's going to be your Malgus health. So basically, if you have an average Malgus for your division, with Sidious in there, this is without taking into account his unique, everything else, you're looking at 142,000. And then if you want to boost it even more, right? I know you don't have Malgus, I'm just using this as an example, something you could strive to have. Just remember that when you put characters in the team, do take into account the order. So, as with everything, the uniques are always first, then the lead is last. So, for example, if we had a look at Malgus, right? You don't have him. But his unique gives him health for every Sith. So you'd have him before Sidious, and Sidious last, and then Malgus gets up to like 170k. Again, I know you don't have him, I'm just trying to give you an example of what you could strive to use your Sidious for long term. The fact that you have Ahsoka, the fact that you have Maul, and all of those makes me think that maybe you may have Malgus sometime down the line. Maybe you're not far away, I don't know, you're 5 million GP. Like I said, for free to play, this is insane. 130 shots, okay, so you're not that far away, but honestly, when you get him, man, you're going to have a good time, trust me. Just put Sidious in there. I'm going to be applying it at some point because it does make him a real threat in Territory 1, which is one of his weaker game modes, right? Okay, so in terms of your actual count, having 2 GLs is pretty good. The only thing is you don't have Executor, you don't have Profundity. You also don't have the Finalizer, but you do have Chimera. So then I'm kind of thinking, well, you've got Lord Vader, you're probably going to have some form of Empire, right? You would hope. So let's have a look at your Empire here. Okay. My advice to you, at 5 million GP, and we can have a quick look at what you're farming again, before I forget. You are currently farming... you're finishing C, then upping 5 at first, and Lord Vader to relics. Okay. Then stacking them. Then you're going for exec. I just worry, because you said you're low Erodium, Chromium in 3s. I just wonder if you had one of the 4 fleets, the 4 fleets being a good Executrix / Chimera, they're basically the same fleet, having a good Finalizer, and then either Profundity or Executor, would that guarantee you get into those sections, like into Kyber, potentially, and stay there? That's kind of my question. But what I'm going to do, if you don't mind me doing it, if you don't mind me asking, I'm going to start doing it now. If you want me to stop, please tell me. I don't want to annoy anyone. I'm going to try and find your account on slogo.gg, and I'm going to have a quick look and show people your last Grand Arena, if you do not mind. Obviously, if you do, tell me and I won't show it. Because I feel like it's a good way of judging a roster. Because there's only so much we can do when we look at it. Sometimes we need to have a more detailed look and actually judge how it's really gone. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I can find you. Why? Oh, I think I found you. There we go. Okay, so again, if you don't want me to show this, please tell me. Free to play Malevolence and Negotiator. Okay. Yeah, no, Negotiator and Malevolence is just a time thing, isn't it? And obviously, free to play is the thing we need to account for. But then again, you've got a good account. Must be in a fantastic guild. Well, I mean, we can see their guild here. It's a 382 million GP guild. I mean, that is a good guild. This is a good guild. So, there is that, right? Okay, so looking at your GAC history, we can see your first round at 3v3. I just want to see, for example, the fleet situation. That's kind of what we're looking at right now. So in terms of your attacks, you did Vader against Geos. That may have just been a speed issue. It happens to us all. You did C against Night Sisters. Round 2, you didn't play. I feel like I get it. I feel like just looking at this, you kind of go into 3v3 and you're kind of already giving up, right? And I completely understand that. By 5 mil, you should definitely have both Malevolence and Negotiator. Yes, you should, but if you're not in a good guild, you won't. And that's kind of something huge. You've been playing for a bit over a year, and you have 7-star Negotiator and about a month of 5-star Malevolence. That's very good. But just remember, there are a lot of people who will just passively play the game. You know, they just log in once a week, and they'll just, you know, do their dailies. They'll maybe play Grand Arena once or twice a week. Then they won't do anything else, and they're not really striving to be in a good guild because they're just playing this game to collect characters, right? Those are the people that are going to get to 5 or 6 million GP with no GLs, loads of Gear 12s, and none of the big ships, right? In terms of Negotiator Malevolence. And those are the same people that will then come to Grand Arena and really struggle, right? Because you haven't invested the time to be able to get there, really, with your Negotiator, with your Malevolence. So yes, I'm with you. If you're in a good guild, absolutely by 5 mil you should have it. But let's also take into account that the first year or so you play the game, you can very easily get to 2.5 to 3 million GP easily. This is kind of annoying. The text is wrong now. It's white, but you can easily get to 2.5 3 million GP just through kind of playing, right? In the first couple of years, and then it slows down. And I would say honestly, a million growth a year is very good. 2 million is fantastic. 3 million is just absurd, and you're probably spending from that point on. But it's definitely not out of the question. But again, well done on unlocking your Negotiator Malevolence. So yeah, we can see they're in a good guild, and that's kind of the first thing. Malevolence is almost 7-star. And the other thing is, it's not just the ships, guys. Then you need to invest in the pilots and all the teams. And that's also kind of one of the issues. You need to farm the ships first. That is also true. So, for example, let's go and have a look at the Galactic Republic fleet here. It's looking pretty good. Obviously, you're going to have the bomber and all of that stuff. Because you've just joined a guild. Well, congratulations on making it into a big guild. Hopefully, you're going to be raking in those lovely Relic 9 mats and having the time of your life. Personally, I hope you succeed. Your guild looks really good. And I wish you the best of luck. So, yeah, if we look here, you're going to be TLY Wing from the Lord Vader farm, for example. Personally, wouldn't spend any get on anything other than the ships. So this is a really good point. Not so much for this account, but if you're a smaller account, if you're 1 million GP, maybe 2 million GP. Also, Johnny, I just seen you said your alt account is 1 million GP and has a 6-star Malevolence. That is insane. Your opponents probably hate you. So what I was going to say is, honestly, I would say for all the stores, including the fleet store, you shouldn't be buying anything until you've maxed every single character. Get one. Don't buy the get one characters first. Get 2. Spend that first on characters. For ships, for example. Get 3. Again, spend it on the characters. Guild store, characters first. Fleet store, trust me guys, ships first. You're gonna think it isn't that important, but you're gonna regret it one day when you don't have all your ships 7-star. Get them there early. Because they're long farms, right? So you want to start them early, you want to finish them early. And that's honestly one of the biggest tips you can ever follow. Because, yeah, some of you are going to be saying, but I'm missing out on Zetas, I'm missing out on Omegas, I'm missing out on credits, or I'm missing out on gear. You are, but trust me, the amount of time you save doing it now rather than later is insane. For example, you might have been someone who, Jabba got released and you didn't have Gamorrean Guard farmed up, or you didn't have Mob Enforcer farmed up, or you didn't have one of these random Tuscans farmed up. If you had have done it first, you just saved some time. And honestly, it's not that long when you think about it. Nice account. Oh, this is a fantastic. I love this account. I really do. I love the efficiency. It's 5 mil. Like I said, the only thing I don't particularly like, and it's kind of a harsh criticism, is just I feel like the fleets are a bit weaker than they should be. Obviously you have TIE Defender, right? This is going to be kind of huge. I mean, that will work at that star level. Just make sure your items gear 11, because otherwise you'll have what I had, where the stun's not unresisted, free to play. I mean, it may well be free to play. This person may have been playing for years. You never know. You never know these things. I mean, we can have a look at swagger.gg, and we can see that this person's profile. It doesn't tell me when they were added, but there's a real chance that it's an older account. And if that is the case, credit to them. Should you get 1 to 5 star? Question. Oh, you've been actively playing this before, guys. Well, that does explain a lot. Should you get 1 to 5 star? It's tough because they need to be at 7-star. Now, personally, I feel like Malevolence is okay at 5 stars. I feel like Negotiator really struggles without the 7-star. So my personal preference would be Malevolence 5, then Negotiator 7, then finish Malevolence. The other thing is if you go for Malevolence first to 5 stars and then do Negotiator, at least if you choose to do JMK later, you already have that ship done. Which is the Negotiator. Malevolence currently isn't needed anywhere. Was the best teams for hard mode conquest? Good question. So in the past, we've had teams like Beskar Mando, Vader. Currently, Dash teams are very good. Sortie teams are very good. Anything that hits a lot and has supports, because you can just throw in a load of data discs for damage based on health. I can't remember what it's called now, but you end up doing a lot of damage. You have an Omicron Hondo here. It's kind of nice. Padme teams with supports are good. Yeah, exactly. Padme teams with supports are also good. It's kind of tough because there are teams that kind of stay good throughout the time, but a lot of the time you're going to find that depending on discs, depending on feats, there's kind of teams that come and go. Obviously some stay. Lord Vader with the Voluntary Vanguard's very good as well. I don't know you already have here. Also, I love the R9 on Lord Vader. Let's take a look at his mods. You've actually got him modded. Oh, wow. This is actually kind of nice. Now, he is a bit slower than I would have liked. But high offense, that could throw people off. And really good protection. I like that. Nice little Vader modding. Okay. Let's have a look at Datacrons. See if you're utilizing them at all. You're not. That's okay. Close leaving already. Honestly, like, I'm curious, what does your guild look like? Maybe it is worth you looking for a new guild, I don't know. That's not really my place to comment on. I would never want people to come here and see me saying you've got to leave this guild, because I don't want to ruin people's guilds. But at the same time, I want all of you to succeed. And sometimes that's just a decision you need to make. I think I'll be making a video at some point on like tips and tricks and how to find a good guild and what you can do to maximize that the chance of getting into one. Granted, some of you may turn around to me and say, "Oh, but Glurmit, you're in like a 260 mil guild." That's fine. I'm in it and I'm happy in it. I'm in a smaller guild because I have like friends there. I will be getting Trench next Conquest. So I'm super hyped. And we'll be doing Trench 7-star testing, obviously, 7-star unlock, as soon as Conquest ends in a few weeks. And then we'll be doing some Territory War with him, which I'm sure people will love, because obviously I stream Territory War and we're going to have Trench. Unfortunately, it will just be one battle, so we'll have to make the most of it and watch the game crash when we get around to it. Okay. In terms of the rest of what you were saying, I know we just went on loads of tangents there. Hey Shark, welcome to the stream. Trench seems like it'd be broken. It's just the standard for Conquest characters. Cough cough, not including Sign of Django, right guys? So yeah, I feel like you said upping your 5 first. We'll take a look at them. Okay, well, you're 5 first. I mean, unless you take him to R7. Probably really good in Territorial. I think he's going to be good in all modes, but Territorial, he's obviously going to excel. That's kind of just a standard, right? Vancel would disagree. They would. They would. But then again, they probably have like R9 on them, and with the exception of Young Lando, like every R9 is pretty good. Full 7 up, but yeah, I recommend that. R7, R8 even. Like if you're gonna go that far, don't do that because you're free to play. But it's just a dream we can all have for that R9 gas R9 5 combo. But yeah, really nice account. We'll take a look at the mods and then we'll make our way to the next roster. I'm curious, what do you mod your C for? You've actually gone speed. That can work. I don't know if that's gonna be the most efficient way for you to go forward. Then you have Echo. Ooh, that's good. Mod on Echo, man. And that's good. Okay, let's take a look at Ahsoka. 340. Okay, so your mods are pretty good, and if we just scroll down, I always like doing this because we kind of already have an idea. Like, if I had to guess, your Rex is going to be between 300 and 320. Just based on guesses. And he's exactly 320, right? So you can always kind of gauge where a character's speed's going to be by looking at a couple. But the real question is, how quick do you fall off? So if we go down like 2 or 3 lines, right? So we know these are all going to be 300 plus. Like more, if I'm going to guess, is probably about 305 speed, right? He's 317. So I'm a little bit off there, but we know that he's around about that good speed there. So if we carry on going down, when does your speed fall off? Like dash is here. Okay, this is when you fall off. Okay, this is actually a really good point that we looked at this. So here's the thing. In GAC, you're most likely going to be using a small percentage of a roster. That's normally your top 80. Like if you do any guild, if you do any compare, anything like that, you're always going to get a top 80 in the compare. So for example, I'm going to show you guys one of the hot utils that I did a while ago, right? And you're going to see, and now I'm going to kind of expose how bad my mods are. Lol. You can see the top 80. There's always the top 80 and top 65. Now, top 65 is going to apply to you guys who have smaller accounts, and top 80 is going to apply to those of you with bigger accounts. The chances are you're not going to be using anything other than your top 80 or top 65. There are going to be situations where you do, but even if we take the example of this account, and this account is in Chromium, so how many teams are you actually setting? Well, let's have a look. We will be going on to the next roster soon, guys. I just like to spend as long as possible on each roster and really give in-depth analysis. So in Chromium, in 5v5, you are setting 7 teams. So that's 35 teams on 35 characters on defense and 35 on offense. So there's your top 80. So my advice to you is try and balance those mods out so your top 80 is decent. If we think on here, we've got what? 5 characters a line. So we're looking for about 14 lines of characters. That's going to be your top 80. And here's the problem. There was a massive drop off, and I don't know where it came. So we looked at more and we was like, well, more's still quick. P8's still quick. But then we went down here and all of a sudden the speed has gone down. Like Palpatine, 259. So where is the drop off? And this is something that you can look at in your own time. But I'm not going to go too in detail here because of time issues. But try and find that and balance it out a little bit more. My question is, do you need Echo to be at 360? Or can you drop him down to 340 and boost the others? The other thing to take into account is Echo's at 360. Remember guys, tech needs to be 10% slower. Otherwise, there's a chance they cleanse and he doesn't actually go. It's wasted mods. And there you go. So, for the purpose of this, right, your Echo is 366. And you need it to be 10% slower. So let's just find what that would be. 36. So 366 minus 36. You still need 330 in tech. Oh no, I get the flex. I get the flex. What I'm saying is, based on your text mods, in certain situations, obviously not all of them, there's a chance he doesn't go directly after Echo. And if they cleanse, it was a complete waste. So either in that situation, you make tech faster or you make Echo slower, just to save mods. And you take some of those mods off, you can boost the other characters. Again, we're not going to go into too much detail here because I don't want to spend hours and hours on one account. But it's just something for you to think about. I love the account. I think it's very good. And like I said, I think the main things is maybe have a look at those speeds. Try and fine-tune it. I would recommend you go watch my trooper video and get your troopers in the perfect turn order and mod-wise. And then I'd also recommend you have a look at fleets. Yeah, I don't know if boosting him would be the right play. Just look at your opponents, look at the speeds they're setting on average. Maybe just decreasing speed for a bit would benefit you more. Because the problem is, with the speed you've got, you need a 330 tech, and tech is so slow, 330 is hard to hit. But thank you for submitting for a roster view. I hope it was pretty helpful. Yeah, I'm not going to look at your troopers now, but it was more the fact that you, like I said earlier, you can save mods. In other words, you can have your troopers be modded so that some of them don't really need speed at all. Because otherwise you're just wasting mods that can be used elsewhere. Okay, the next account here is... Bub. What a cool Discord name. Love to see it. That is actually a pretty fun name, right? Alright, let's see if we can ping this person. We can't. They're not on the Discord server, so no ping for you. No problem. Again, if you ever have any more questions and you're in the Discord server, always feel free to DM me. I'll try my best to reply. Unfortunately, if you don't have Discord, then you just have to spam comments until I eventually see you and reply that way, right? That's the next best way to do it. Okay. Alright, guys. There's 25 of you watching the stream. Only 19 likes. Any chance we can bump that number up? Lol. I literally say that someone likes it within 1 second. You guys are amazing. If you're wondering why I'm always asking, it's just because the more likes, the more views, and the more people I can help with rosters. As always, I really do appreciate the support. You guys are amazing as always. You've got me. You got me good. You guys are amazing. Let's make this a good stream. I mean, guys, you should have seen the hype train we had last stream. The amount of W's that were in that chat was absolutely crazy. Really fun stream. Alright, guys. Let's continue the roster reviews. Alright. So. W's in the chat, guys. Let's get them going. Let's get some hype here. Okay. So this account. How's it going, everyone? Hello to the stream. I'm doing good. Everyone else seems doing good. Oh, guys, look at this. Oh, man, it's so beautiful. And remember, guys, if you are a member, you can also spam some Glurmit emotes. I mean, that's kind of a W, right? Being able to put those awesome emotes in the chat. Alright, so we're at 3.6 mil GP. And if we look at what you are... Um, farming is Imperial Troopers, you enjoy Grand Arena. Well, firstly, if you enjoy Grand Arena, or really, if you just enjoy Galaxy of Heroes, you should probably be farming Imperial Troopers, right? I'm sure almost all of you would agree there. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, Mike, look at you with the woohoo in there. Let's go, guys. I just want to say, guys, you're smashing that like button right now. We're now up to 25. A minute ago, we were on 19. You guys are legends. You're all amazing. Alright, so the first thing is, I can see why you're doing your troopers. I'm gonna be honest here. If you're saving resources, honestly, Relic Piet, Relic Dark. If you want to utilize those amazing Datacrons, not so amazing, I know, but for example, Timecodes and all of that, then you are gonna want to have, you know, some higher relics there. Look at this, guys. We're going crazy in the chat right now. I love it. I love it so much. You're all hyped for roster reviews, and I'm hyped to be doing them. All right, let's keep going. So, this looks like the troopers you're taking up. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of sad that we're not seeing Iden, even at gear 8, 9. If you'd like Grand Arena, I mean, she's lost her defensive viability by quite a lot. You now have Wampa, Radis, although Radis is a defensive team. Padme, you do have counters to Iden. But what I will say is Iden, 3 stars, even 2 stars, guys, because I ran it for like 6 months. A 2-star Iden with the Omicron is going to be beating Relic teams. If you love Grand Arena, you love Iden. These are my troopers. These are my troopers. These aren't my troopers. This is someone else. This account, because is this one with the Relic 7 CLS at the top, right? That's the account we're looking at here. Alright. So, my advice, if you want to do troopers, I would just do both teams. Honestly, I would honestly recommend any of you, and all of you, having even a gear 7 or 8 Iden team just to use to take out Mothma, to take out other teams like that. Yeah, investment in them is never a bad thing, and this is the thing. They're a cleanup team. They will beat those Relic Mothma teams, which are a pain early on, guys. Like, we all know how good they can be. So having them is good. If traditional troopers are obviously, I think, the higher ceiling. Although Iden troopers can be gas, Iden troopers can beat Lord Vader, Iden troopers can also... I've seen sometimes they can beat Rey, which to me just seems kind of ridiculous. It just depends on if you die when she does her moves, which prevent revives. Because obviously the whole point of Iden is all the revives constantly. So I still think normal troopers have a higher skill rating, or skill ceiling, should I say. Imperial Remnant gonna booster. Yeah, possibly. I mean, we'll take a look at the Imperial Remnant faction. The thing is, the Imperial Remnant faction right now ruins all the troopers. Stormtrooper, Death Trooper, Dark Trooper. Well, Stormtrooper and Death Trooper are Iden, and Dark Trooper's currently traditional. So unless we see something new, maybe like a Purge Trooper or something like that to fill one of those gaps, I don't see that for now. Maybe though, especially in 3v3, we could see like a Gideon Omicron or something to really boost that faction. I see the Luminara Omicron. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really. There's no point though. Yeah, but you're kind of right, there is no point. You are right there. They'll probably add Scout Trooper. I think that's coming at some point. I think it's like with Hondo. It's one of those characters we just know one day will get released. It's just a matter of when, not if. Yeah, Luminara, I like the idea, especially seeing Omicrons that aren't as applied. I'm not really a fan of, like, you're 3.5 million GP. We can scroll through your roster from the top, and we can kind of see that there may be some characters who are more deserving of those Omicrons. Mace Windu, for example. Qui-Gon is already done. This is already done. This is already done. I don't know. I just feel like this may be a waste. Death works amazing with Iden. Stormtrooper will escape with Lord Vader. That is true. That is true. Gideon works well basically anywhere, and Death Trooper obvious is the one Stormtroopers. Iden gave us 2 teams. I doubt they'll mess around with Remnants too much. Well, yeah. I don't know, guys. Maybe something happens in Mandalorian Season 3. Obviously, no spoilers, please, guys. Maybe something happens in Mando. Maybe there's a promotion in the game. We've seen it before. Maybe we see some new characters down the line. I wouldn't be surprised. Especially they're really pushing 3v3. They've given loads of 3v3 Omicrons. Maybe we do see something. Because in 3v3 it's slightly different. You can, like, I've run Gideon lead, for example, in 3v3. But right now, it's just not worth it. They need one more character. That's true. That's true. But the question would be, would that one character make that team worth pulling apart to? And the answer is probably going to be no. But we can always dream. And maybe there's some Imperial Remnant fans out there on the holotables. AKA you guys who are watching the stream today. Alright. So, really my only criticism so far, like, if you're going to apply an Omicron, you say you love GAC, right? That's what you said. I'm just going to double check Grand Arena. If Grand Arena really is your favorite game mode, I just question why you wouldn't do Traya. Don't be like me. Don't be like Glurmit. Apply Traya. Have fun. Because seriously, if you take Traya to Gear 12, you're beating Relic gas teams, Relic 8 gas teams. Like, Traya Nihilus, a random tank, doesn't matter what gear level they are, they just need to soak the armor shred, and you are going to be beating those Relic gas teams. And that just, or Relic gas teams, even higher tier teams. But that's just huge. So maybe that's something you invest in. But obviously, you said you wanted to do Troopers, and that's fine. Okay, Imperial Troopers were fine before Piet Dark Trooper. But here is the counter argument. Let's just take a look at the hold on, guys, it's just taking a while to load here. Give me a quick second, right? Let's open up Sogo.gg. Let's go to GAC counters, or the Huto attack, sorry, and let's look at Veers. Okay, Veers is here. And if we have a look in 5v5 at what Veers is beating, Mothma, Bosk, Bo, Night Sisters, JML, Finn teams, more JML, Story teams, GBA teams, more Night Sisters, Darth Revan. And what you'll notice is that they do kind of need Dark Trooper and Piet to beat the higher tier teams. Yeah, you can beat JTR, yeah, you can beat Phasma, and you can beat, well, probably not, but you don't need them necessarily. But if you want to be doing something like this, which, by the way, if you have the Cron, is basically a must-have. If you want to be beating teams like this, that's why you need them. So it's not saying Troopers are bad, right? Without them, is saying, look at what you're doing. The question is, would Remnants with the 5th be beating teams better than this? And I think the answer's probably gonna be no, right? I mean, there are some pretty high value teams in here that it's beating. And now, for example, let's just say, so let's just say you have Range Trooper and God, it's gonna take me ages. This guy, and let's just pick. I'm trying to find where we don't have. It's gonna take so long to find them, isn't it? Oh no. I don't think people even really run Troopers without them anymore. Yeah, we're not gonna find them. But if I could find it, you'd probably see the second you run the less optimal lineups is probably when you start losing. It's just something to take into account. All characters to use for Troopers. How do you split up between Iden and Viz? Good question. And do you know what? That applies to this account right here. Because you kind of need to think about that if you're farming troopers. So the first thing is, Iden, believe it or not, Iden can actually go in a traditional trooper team as the 5th and you can beat Lord Vader. Because she has a cleanse, right? And it does work really, really well. Now, the problem with Iden is she only activates her lead here. So this bit you still get. This bit, you need this section to be filled. And that says, if no other allies have a leader tag, all non-droid Imperial Trooper allies gain crit damage up for 2 turns at start an encounter and have 100% counter chance, and while enemies are vulnerable, they have minus 25% speed. Now that kind of already decides who's in the Iden team, so you can't use Dark Trooper, he's a droid. You can't use Piet, lead, can't use Viz as a lead. You can't use Gideon, there's a lead. So it really only leaves you with these guys here. So in my opinion, the best Iden team is going to be Iden, Death Trooper, Stormtrooper, Magma Trooper, and then Range Trooper. But Range Trooper can be subbed for Stark as well, which may make sense. You know, you're farming C, for example, you're going to have Stark farmed up. You don't have to have Magma Trooper there, but he's actually very, very good in this team. Snow Trooper is also very good as well. That leaves you with all of these and then whatever you didn't use for Iden. So for example, for Veers, you'd run Veers, Piet, Dark, Range, Gideon. Or Veers, Piet, Dark. And then you can bring anyone. Stark, Death, Snow. It doesn't matter. It's just these 3 here. And then that leaves Gideon to kind of go over anyone. Personally, I would run Veers, Piet, Dark, Gideon. Maybe Range, maybe not. And then that's what I'd do. For the rest, Stormtrooper I think is arguably the most important outside of Death Trooper in an Iden team. But yeah, that's kind of the split I'd go for. Very good question. Very good question. Alright guys, let's keep plugging away. Let's get these roster reviews underway. Let's go have a look at the speeds here. So Revan is 322. That's nice. Obviously 3.5 million. He's your fastest character. There's no argument, maybe you want faster. But let's just take a quick look here and see what's up here. Gideon, 299 at 6 dot. He is going to be around about 315, which is very nice. 320, something around those lines. I've overly invested troopers for your GP. You usually form out with Veer, Dark Trooper, Gideon, and Pierre. Then use Range for Iden. I think that's the play. Honestly, I honestly think Range is the best for Iden. The reason being, I just think the traditional troopers with Dark and Piet is going to be beating almost everything anyway. And in a lot of the lineups, for example, against Darth Revan, you don't necessarily want to bring Range anyway, because you can't do his special because if you gain protection up, HK prevents that sweet turn meter gain. Same thing as with Gideon. So remember guys, you can also bring Wat Tambor. He's basically an Imperial Trooper in disguise. That's not something for today. It's a video I'm going to be posting in the next couple of weeks on why you should probably be using Wat Tambor Troopers if you don't have C or good Separatists. And trust me, it works an absolute charm, and it can save so much on mods. It's either or any team comps work. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Why do you check the speeds? Well, when I do the mods or when I do reviews, because it does show a lot. I always check the speeds because it does show a lot. It kind of shows like okay. Speed does win matches, but it's not just that. Sometimes, for example, a lot of the time we'll comment on Imperial Troopers. It's just, if you want to maximize your roster, you got to be efficient. And sometimes it's not necessarily the mods, because not everyone has good mods. Some people have great mods, some people have bad mods. That's not what we're here to look at. It's more how do you make sure you're getting the most out of it. So for example, what I've just noticed here, right, is this person here has Ewoks Omicron and high gear, right? Gear 12 is pretty high for Ewoks. Yet if you're gonna be optimal, this is the wrong modding, and this is why we look at modding, because it's all about giving you guys advice. It's all about the most in-depth roster reviews possible, right? So, in the case of this, Paplu gives himself speed, so he is the turn meter manipulator in this team. He's the one who's gonna go first. He can call Elder to assist, and Elder then gives turn meter. Why are you saying mitt to me? Get out of it, Nick. What's up? Okay. So that is why I look at mods. It's not because I'm trying to clown on anyone. That's not the point of this. I always look at mods because it does show an understanding of the game. It gives advice where you should go. Sometimes you'll see there's things you should change, adapt, and all of that fun stuff. And obviously modding is part of the game, so sometimes you need that little bit of a push to try and do it. And the other thing is, like, we could sort by other stuff like health, but what you'll find is if you sort by health, you'll normally get the same characters all the time. So there's not as much of a benefit of doing that. But yeah, I get that. And if I do your roster at any point, or anyone's roster, and you don't want me to look at speeds, just type in the chat that you don't feel comfortable with that, and I'll ignore it. Alright, the next account we're going to be doing is from Daniel 5727, and they are farming the Profundity. I am a fan of that, you guys. A massive fan of the Profundity farm. Alright, so let's take a look here. It's your account. I saw you in the chat earlier. I knew you was going to be here. 5.3 million GP. First thing I'm going to say is I'm blown away. Just guys, just take a second. Can we get some W's in the chat for this account? Just go on, make Glurmit happy. Let's get some love in the chat for this account, because already I look at this and I'm wowed. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I'm amazed. Yeah, let's go, guys. I want to see at least 5 or 6 W's. Come on, we can get them going. This is a great account, and we should make sure the Daniel here knows that, because this is really good. So well done. And the reason being, yeah, look at this, guys. We love to see it. We love to see it. We all come together, give our fellow Galaxy of Heroes players those massive confidence boosts. Now, if you're wondering why I'm saying this is a great account, the reason being, 2 GLs, Starkiller, Ahsoka Tano, all decent relics, all at 5.3 million GP. Traya Omicron, Wampa Omicron. The account is lean, the Savage Omicron. It's a very good account. I mean, there's not necessarily a bad relic here. To begin with, you know, you've got key characters. We've got Sith, you know, we've got Jedi Master Kenobi, we've got Grievous team, Commander Luke team. I mean, for 5 million GP, this is good, guys. This is really, really good. Again, looking at the Omicrons, there's not really a wasted Omicron either. Like, I load up this account, I'm like, wow. And you guys clearly agree. This is definitely an amazing roster. We are going to quickly look at the speeds. I'm just curious if you got like an order there. And you've kind of gone for the traditional order of speed, which tends to be either Commander, Ahsoka, or Mara Jade fastest, followed by like Darth Revan and Shaq TPR. I'm not going to look at the individual speeds here. I'm kind of trusting they're going to be very good, just because of the way your account looks. Now, you're also going for Profundity. Now, if we scroll down, the one weakness of your account is your 5 mil GP, and you don't have the Executor. But you are kind of backing that up by going down the Profundity route. Which you're not really too far away from. Dash is needed, so you've got Starkiller, that makes sense. Man, I'm loving this account, I really am. And in terms of game modes, you said GAC is your favourite, and it shows. You got a few Territory War Omicrons here, and you've already Omicron Radis in preparation. How do you think I'm free those fleets? That is a fair point. That is a fair point. And here's the thing, guys. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at their account and see how on earth does Daniel stay in Kyber 3 with these fleets, because clearly there's a reason, you know. We're at the point where most people who don't deserve to be in Kyber, maybe not me, lol, have been booted out a long time ago. So the first thing is, let's take a look here. You kind of, okay, you're on a bit of a spike here, but for the most part, looks good. Your average rating, 3,100. Now, I'm just curious. Let's take a look at your JC history. So you 1 and 2 here. And obviously the fleets is going to play a big part here. Malevolence. Okay, your Malevolence actually helped. Now, let's take a look at offense, maybe. I just want to see... Okay, you didn't make it to fleets here. I want to see what happens when you play fleets. Okay, you didn't play fleets here. I'm assuming you must... no fleets here. Okay, let's have a look at your 5s. We've got to find some information here. Okay, you lost this one. That's okay. You then won this one. So you're kind of going 2 for 1 here. You don't really tend to make it to fleets. Maybe that's just not your strategy. Now, this brings me to something else. Now, recently... we had a stream and someone actually made it really good. You put all fleets in defense. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, exactly. Someone commented on a stream, I think it was last week, and they basically said you've always got to plan your strengths. If you know you haven't got good fleets, you protect that zone. If you know your fleets can hold, you protect the bottom. You need to kind of adapt and overcome your opponent. And like we already said, this is 5 million GP. This roster's insane. 5 million GP Kyber account without either of the big fleets, that's insane. Clearly a good player. And to be fair, the character's going to help. Starkiller's a GL killer. Yeah, there's still room for reviews. Just go ahead and request them. We're going to stream for another 3 to 4 hours. Anything that doesn't get done today just gets rolled into the next roster review stream. I can't guarantee every single person's done today, but if you're on the list, you'll be done at some point. That's the way we roll around here. Like I said before, I don't like rushing accounts because I feel like you guys learn a lot more when I actually look at people's accounts in detail. There's no point me spending 10 minutes going, W roster, and that's it, right? We're gonna spend some time. We've got to look at the finite details, give everyone the same amount of effort. Granted, if you're very, very low GP or very, very high GP, there may just not be a lot to say, but I'll always try my best. Alright, so I'm kind of amazed. The one weakness of your account is fleets, but you are working on that with the profundity. So I wouldn't really worry too much. I love this account. 5 million GP, 2 Galactic Legends, Conquest characters unlocked. I mean, you can't really complain here, guys. You can't really complain. Really, really good account. Alright, let's move on to the next one. No Discord username, no YouTube username. That's okay. We don't need this information. It just sometimes helps with interacting with you guys so I know who I'm actually reviewing. Like a Bamfer. We are reviewing, apparently, a Sith Lord today. Alright, guys. 3.6 million GP. JMK farm almost completed. What ships do we have? Any of the big ones? No, we don't. Okay, so there's clearly a difference between accounts we've already seen. It's not a bad account by any stretch of the imagination. It's a good account. If you're watching, like a Bamfer, if you're watching the stream right now, firstly I'd like to say decent account. I like the use of the Droidica Omicron. It's nice because it's always nice to see Omicrons applied to characters who can use them. Yes, you know, you got 2 territorial war ones we can see, but is there really much point? I'm not really a fan of the cutoff one, but that is what it is. I was gonna say, is there really much point in, say, doing Leia, which is like Gear 8, just to have Grand Arena? How close are they to JMK? We can take a look at that. With the power of magic. Sorry, should I just say hockey tails? Kind of same thing, right? The one or the other. Let's go have a look over here and see. Just give me a second to load it all up and we'll have a look. Unfortunately, I can't ping this person because they aren't in the Discord. I don't know what the Discord is. Okay, player farming. What we want to do here is put in the code. Okay. Give me 1 second here, guys. We'll have a look. If you're new to the stream and you enjoy what you're seeing, consider liking and subscribing. We do lots of content like this. I hope you guys enjoy the stream if you're here. Always love seeing new faces. Go ahead and check out the pinned comment and you can apply for your own roster review. We spend a lot of time on them, so don't request it and expect to be done in 10 minutes. But what I would recommend, if you have the time, always try and watch as many of these as possible, because you'll probably learn something about your account through seeing other people's accounts. After all, we all have those rose-tinted glasses when looking at our own accounts. Okay, first thing I'm going to say is, unfortunately, you're looking at around about oh my god, how many days in a year? 365, right? Yeah, you're looking at about 25 years to max out TB. It's okay. I'm still going to be here streaming when you're maxing out TB. Don't worry. Glurm will be here. I mean, I might be old by that point. I might have kids. I might be grey and old and cranky, but I'll still be here. Playing Swaggo with you guys, chilling in the chat. I don't know if I've done your account yet. I don't remember doing your account just yet. I mean, I've done it last stream. I don't remember doing it this stream. Okay, but we're not here to see that, are we? Also, guys, in a minute, I'll show you how close I am to maxing all Empire phases. So we're looking at the JMK farm here, and where's JMK? Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. 32 days. There we go. Not very far at all. So nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you guys how many days away I'm from finishing TB. I'm just curious. I want to see how close I am to finishing TB. Am I going to finish it anytime soon? Okay, guys, this is a little bit better. I'm just under 10 years away. Maybe like 8.5 years. It's a bit better than the 25 years we just saw, but yeah, TB kind of sucks, right? But then again, it's kind of dumb. Like, this is saying, for me, I'm 348 days away from Reaver mission. I'm literally 3 relics out of 5. I had to get a mate before. Who said they're my kids? Mike? Who said they're my kids? You're making presumptions here. I just said I'd have kids. I never said to be my kids. But yeah. Anyway, that's what I was looking at there. I mean, the key one to look for is Wat Tambor, right? If you don't have Wat Tambor 7-star, you have no hope, but you do. And it's kind of huge thing. That is kind of massive. I'm a big fan. We'll take a quick look at the speeds. We're not going to go into too detail here. We've done some rosters early when we did that. And we don't want to do that every time, right? I'm trying to always look at different things with each roster so you guys get a really good range of stuff here. Glurmit and Child Napper confirmed. No. I don't know what else to say there other than no. 100% no. You know what? I've just been a friend's kid who just came around one day for cookies and ice cream. What channel do you go to request a roster review? There is actually a pinned comment in the YouTube comments here. I'm currently using a little form I've created. We are going to be going back to the spreadsheet of before. I'm just no good at making spreadsheets. I'm waiting for my lovely mod, Hello Joke, to kind of update it with the new one. And that's when I'll time code it, or I'll go through. I'll spend 50 billion years. But by the time I finish timestamping and linking everyone's roster review, I may have max TV. So there's always that. I mean, at this rate, even this person we're reviewing now, I may have max TP. It's going to take about 25 years to do so. Yeah, it's pinned in the chat. But just remember, guys, not everyone can see the chat. If you're on mobile, some people don't like having the chat open, and they just like to stare at my beautiful face. Don't take others' kids, Glurmit. It's a crime here in the States. Well, good job on not in the States. Different laws, right? In the UK, not really. I mean, I still think it's legal. I'm not taking anyone's kid. Guys, just so you know, I shouldn't have to say this, but I am not taking anyone's kids. That was just a story for another time, right? Sometime in the future, in a galaxy far, far away. Right. So decent account, like we said. I feel like accounts like this, some of you will look and you'll say, it's meh. You know, we've seen accounts with GLs at this point. My thing to you guys is just remember we all play this game at different rates, right? Some of us play this game and we're way more efficient than others, like if you're Darth Locator, for example. And I would love it if that guy was watching today. I doubt it. I know he's watched some videos and he came on the channel once. But if you're someone like him, man, you're the most efficient guy in the world. I mean, you're going to be like 2 mil GP with all the geos unlocked. But we're not all like that. We're not all just machines like that, right? Some of us just aren't that efficient. And that's okay. You know, we all play at different rates. You know, some of us like to farm different characters, you know. This person here's gone for Fennec early. A decent idea, because if you get Fennec, you know, you have your Lord Vader counter, you can do all of that fun stuff, right? There are ways around this. There's always things to think about and things to do. So don't look at these accounts and think, oh man, your account's bigger than mine. Don't have that mentality. Think of it more like it's how you grow your account. Oh my god, I just realized what I said. Someone's gonna clip that. Or just relate to that on an insane level, and that's okay. Just guys, treat it like just treat your account with a bit of love. You know, that's all I'm kind of saying here. Take the time, develop your account. Don't be afraid if your account doesn't look the same as someone else's. Exactly. Play at your own rate, and as long as you enjoy the game, it's okay. Now, there are teams you should farm regardless. There are teams we should all work on and aspire to have. But for the most part, an account like this is okay. This is a good account. It will get into a decent guild. You're going to get JMK soon, and as long as you're having fun, that's okay. Not everyone... Yeah, one of the things you're going to realize is unless you spend a lot of money, you're not going to be, you know, #1 Grand Arena player, you know. It's just, unfortunately, the truth. But just find a game mode you enjoy, and that's one of the reasons why I keep on asking you guys, what game modes do you actually enjoy? What have you seen say Grand Arena? So it's kind of irrelevant, right? When you think about it that way. Glurmit, yeah, guys, spam some Glurmit emotes for those words of wisdom. You're all members now. Mega Battles. Oh yeah, that's the best game mode, definitely. I mean, I wake up in the morning and if I see a Mega Battles, I am best day. And I'm like, every day's a good day. Gotta get those Omegas in here. Alright, let's go on to the next roster. Thank you so much for requesting a roster review. Hope you found it somewhat useful. The next account is a OG viewer. Guys, can I just take a second? I'm going to show you guys a little bit of Glurmit history. So, some of you may remember, and some of you will not remember, I uploaded a video, and when I say uploaded a video, I mean I uploaded a video literal 2 years ago almost, right? That video, you can't even sort by orders anymore, was about a JMK counter, right? That's basically what it was. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna find it here. Just give me a second. There's literally 50 pages of videos I've got to go through. I can search actually. JMK. Unfortunately, this counter doesn't work anymore, but yeah, I had to shift to update it. People are complaining. So here's the video, right? Kind of funny that it still kind of gets views. Thank you for clicking on an outdated video. Anyway, if I go here, you can see. Over here. I thought they were here. It was in this video. I know Darth Reki though was one of the OGs, just not on that video. Glurmit, yeah. Training droid smuggling day, the best day, man. Do you know what? When you're low GP, training droid days, man, don't skip training droid days. Otherwise, you'll be so imbalanced. You'll just have like one half of your body looking good. How OG is OG? Like, I remember, right? Oh no, guys, I lost. No. I didn't just do this today. Oh snap! Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. I just got rid of the tab. Give me a second, guys. Google Forms. Okay. Give me a second. I gotta skip all the way through. Don't do this to me. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, what was he on? Like 32, 33? It's now 51 to go through. You guys want some roster names. Remember, if you're new to the channel, or maybe you're just around here for a long time, be sure to give the stream a like if you enjoyed it. Share it to your friends, maybe even your family. Maybe your mom and dad want to watch some Glurmit streams. Maybe you play Sorgo as a family, or maybe your best friend. I don't know. But share the stream. Have some fun. That's probably the best way to go around this. Dothraki. Here we go. Dothraki. This is not. I subbed like a year ago. Yeah, I do remember. You was an OG. He subbed when the Starkiller guy came out. Oh man, I love to see it. I love to see it when you guys are OGs. I mean, I don't know, guys. It's pretty crazy. Can I get a review, please? Yeah, there's a pinned comment in the chat. You can click on that and you can get a review that way. I'm kind of doing everyone in an order. It's the fairest way to do it. The stream will be for another. Well, I'll stream until you guys get bored. How about that? And if that means I'm streaming until like 7 or 8 a.m. UK time, I'm streaming until 7 or 8 a.m. UK time. It's not the end of the world for me. Alright, time to look at Dothraki's account. I do remember them as OG. I just can't remember where they are. Man, this is going to really annoy me. We're going to take a few lore minutes here. Why do I feel like it's going to be on a comment that I never replied to? And I remember seeing them. I don't know where from. And this is really, really upsetting me. I've responded to filter. Yeah. I don't know, guys. We'll find it eventually. You can't click it? Oh no! If you can't click it, let me help you out. I'll post a new one. I'll post a new one for you. That's probably going to be the easiest way for you to find this, right? Okay, give me 1 second. Well, so guys, what do you think of the background music? Do you prefer it with background music, or do you prefer it when you hear my voice? Get ready for the stream to 10 years, guys. We're gonna finish this stream with 4MX TV. Put it that way. That I can promise 100% of the time. We don't get bored a bit. Yeah, man, you guys are too amazing. Do you know what? One day, when I have like 100 viewers and you guys are all crazy, I'm gonna remember each and every one of you. I'm gonna be like, hey, yeah, that's Nick or Kanji Club or Darth Venom, you know, Palpy. I'm gonna be remembering you guys because you guys are the best. You're part of the big old Glurm family. Hello, Glurmit. Hello, Kanji Club Mit. How about that? How do you feel about that one? Background music's so much better. It's because I'm actually paying for it now. I finally took out a subscription service to like actual real music. It's good though. It's good. I like it. It's a bit of fun, right? We're finally moving up in the world. Oh man, it just adds to that vibe, right? It makes you just want to maybe like the stream, you know, maybe get the stream to 40 likes. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe you guys can make that happen. If they don't have Relic Young Han roster is trash, yes. There we go. That's how you know someone's OG. Let's have a look. Man, look at this. If you have young Hana 7-star, you're looking good. Just maybe not young Lando, you know? Maybe not to R9. I don't know anyone with an R9 young Lando. I don't know why anyone would ever do that. Definitely couldn't be me. I doubt that highly. You dump us the second you're off the stream? Oh man, Mike, you're not supposed to tell everyone. Come on. Took out a mortgage for background music. Absolutely committed. Oh man, I took out more than a mortgage. Young Lando's free on Ray Farm. Yeah, it's true. I was just kind of... Yeah, actually that's true. You know what, Young Lando, efficient farms confirmed. Okay, let's stop with the random talk. Let's do some roster reviews. Guys, if you're new to the stream, you can get a roster review by clicking the link in the comments. I've pinned it. You can go on there, you can request a review. Just appreciate it might take me a while to get there. We like to give everyone as detailed a review as possible. Hey, Darth Reiki. I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Darth Reiki or Darth Reiki? I do apologize if I say it wrong. But I want to see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at your speeds. You know, as you've commented on it, we'll take a look. So the first thing, someone said earlier why we're looking at speeds, and we did cover it a little bit. But one of the things I'm looking for is, do you have the right characters first? Now, this bit's a bit tough, and it's kind of up to interpretation, right? It's up to what you deem as being a good character. Now, some of you OG viewers may remember a video I posted a year or so ago. I don't know how reliable that is now. I don't really use that counter, but it used to be very good before the Geo nerf, and that was the Darth Revan versus SLKR, right? And one of the big things was you had to have a Basilisk Shan Fallen faster than a Darth Revan, something a lot of people didn't have. So this is what we're kind of looking for, those unique fancy modding. I mean, cool expression. Yeah, but also here's the thing, you gotta remember, an account like this, if we sort by gear tier, this is the better way to do it, right? Look how many gear 12s there are. This right here, this right here is an indication of an older account, because they might have got all of this before, you know, relics had come out. If you're new to the stream, random talks are the meat and potatoes of the stream and success. I mean, you're not wrong. We probably spend too much time talking and not enough time playing. You're 6.4 and have 1 Geo. Remember what I said earlier, guys. Don't just compare yourself. Common Mike W. We're not going to get W's in the chat for Mike. That's never going to happen, right? Mike, you don't deserve those W's. And I'm sure everyone's going to be posting L's now, right? Darth Raki, like Darth. Hold on. Dothraki. Okay, I get it. Thank you so much for telling me how to pronounce your name. I do appreciate it. Awesome. So I wouldn't necessarily worry that you're light on the Geos. I mean, what I would worry more, if I'm honest, guys, when I'm looking at an account that's like 5-6 million GP, you're gonna be quite close to a lot of Geos anyway. Like, we'll do what we did for the account earlier, and what we'll do is we will go and back to Hot Utils. I'm gonna just see what Hot Utils says for your farming time. Yeah, the other thing is, not everyone plays this game every day. We kind of said this already. Some people are more casual. You know, some people just enjoy watching the game and not farming. It completely depends. I mean, there's lots of variables, right? And that's okay. We don't mind that, guys. We don't mind that. Like I said before, let other people work the game out, and then you can just kind of come in and do things yourself. Okay. So anyway, sorry, Nick. I don't know how to say your name. Okay, here we go, guys. This is the account. So, you are only... Oh my god, how many days? I just love doing... It's no good doing this. I just love doing this because it's funny, right? You are 20 years away from maxing TV. Well, good luck. Like I said, Glurm's still going to be around when you max TV. In fact, I'm going to be maxing the next TV because I'm just like 10,000 IQ, right? Because I maxed this one in like 8 years. Only 20? I know, right? Only 20? Man, the CG are really playing the 10,000 IQ with this. They know that we're all going to be just addicted 20-year-olds. 20-year-olds? I mean, there's none of you like zero playing this game. What is that calculator, lol? It's the calculator on Windows. Look at this, look at this. It's the best calculator you're ever going to see. Oh, I haven't used it yet. But thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna have a look at that off in the stream. Here's what I wanted to look at. Now remember, guys, I've got this set to 000. If we set this to 3 on everything, which I think is reasonable, you'll see, like in 1 year, you could probably get all of this done. Executor, Star Killer, Gen, Nut Luke, JMK, Sifferton. Obviously, let's take into account. I don't think anyone's maxed it yet. I don't think so. We can double check, but I don't think anyone's maxed like Geo yet. I think we're still stuck on fleets. I say we. I'm not actually in. Yeah, I'm assuming they haven't, right? That's something to ask Big Man himself. Not off ship GP, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't always believe this. It's a good indicator. But honestly, I would say maybe. Like, you don't really care about Bad Batch, but maybe Grand Inquisitor. Like, if you wanted to do these, you could probably get these all done. And this is the benefit of high GP. You're going to kind of be close to everything, but Ray, apparently. Just something we want to look at that. Like, I could get a hold of Arnold. I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, you can always try commenting on his stream. Sometimes he'll see your messages. I mean, he saw one of mine the other day. I made a comment and he called me out. I was like, oh my god, I'm famous. I called my mom and my dad and I was like, I made it. I'm famous now. I said it right the first few times. Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad that we were named a couple more times, right? But yeah, my point here is like Darth Raki phonetically. Okay, thank you. We really need this section of the stream, man. I should be getting your names, man. Yes, I know you heard it. I heard it. Oh, guys, I blushed. I'll be honest. He trusts me. Wow. Luckily, he didn't see yesterday's Grand Arena, otherwise he wouldn't trust me. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. If I ever commented and he turned around and went failmit, I think I'd actually die. But that's not gonna happen. Anyway, we're not here to talk about him. We're here to do roster reviews, right? But that was fun. That was fun. Okay, so yeah, the main point was don't worry about not having many GLs because they're gonna come, and they're gonna come in a big, quick group. Oh god, that sounds terrible. But my point is, you can quickly go from 1 GL at 6 mil to 3 or 4 by 7. That can really happen because you're gonna have most of the groundwork done. I like the Trey Omicron. I like all this stuff here. I kind of feel like C could be good. I mean, C's always a good one to go after Kylo just because they're so close together, right? And I know some of you might be saying, but Glurmit, C's trash. C's not trash, but he's just not as good as he could be. Just remember, you don't want to be in a position like with Rey, where so many people don't farm her. The Conquest unit comes out, and yeah, we could just be hacking in Reaver and seeing success. You're kind of right, but hey, not all of us have those mad hacking skills. If we did, I would have Reaver. Unfortunately, I don't. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, I like the account. Let's stop trying to forget what we're saying. And let's have a little look here. So we was actually going to look at speeds, because that's what you said earlier. So I think you said you had a decent number of 300 plus, and this is kind of, yeah, 302. So let's just go from First Order Officer. And again, it's just to make the point we was making earlier. You can kind of get away with having lower speeds as long as everyone's on average around about a nice area. Now, obviously, you're not going to want, for example, this is character number, oh my god, I can't do maths. It's like 13 in the queue, right? because we're not counting SLKR, because he's going to be fast anyway. So, 13 characters, you've gone from 342 to 302. I don't think that's a bad drop-off in mods. What we was looking for earlier is when you go from, like, 340 to, like, 270 in the space of, like, 5 characters. Like, if we went down to Dash, are we going to see the same? I don't think that drop-off's as bad. See, it's bad in comparison to the others. That's true. That's true. Yeah, but with Savage on me, he's good. I'm with you. But like I was saying, Ray was in a bit of a rough spot as well, right? And the thing is, Ray then got a massive boost from Ben, but the problem is so many people are so far away from her. Like, I know lots of people that have got Ben unlocked, but just don't have Ray, and it's just like, what do you do at that point? Arnold's always nasty. Arnold's always amazing. Like I said, he's proof that his plan works, you know? And that's the main thing. We all look for proof. But yeah, really nice account. I like it. I just feel like ships, but then you're going to have Executor in like a week because you're not very far away. Finalize is also on the way. Interceptors at 5 stars, which we'd like to see. Yeah, Ray was good. I still think Ray was one of the best in 3s, but my point still stands, right? C may be a bit weak now, but when his Conquest Lifter comes out, C's Solo King. Yeah, I guess. Even before Ben and now Cal. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. New farming plan. Ooh, new farming plan. There's a new farming plan. I already said this right at the beginning of the stream. I was telling you guys what the plan is for the channel, and I was saying we've got a new farming plan. Basically, what I've done is I've kind of taken last year's plan and I've developed it more. I'll give you guys a little teaser, right? All I'm going to tell you is the farming plan is going to have 3 different variations depending on how you like the game. Do you like TB? Do you like Grand Arena? Or do you just like general play? So that's the first thing that's going to kind of come in. That's going to kind of dictate the plan. I like having them a little bit vague because I don't like the idea of me saying you farm this character, this character, this character, right? But yeah, we're still doing them. We're still doing our lovely Lost reviews. You can feel free to put in a request. How do I spell this? I like Gak, he just doesn't like me back. I'm still with you. Anyway, the point is, new farming plan this week. It's going to be kind of similar to last year, just more refined. I'm going to kind of, whilst I'm going to give it the freedom for you guys to do what you want, I'm going to kind of give an outline of what I would do, right? Because I think that's what it is. I don't think this game's something where you can just tell people what to do. I think it's something you have to encourage. And like I said before, if you watch this, watch other people. Always look at other people because then you learn more information, right? And each farming plan has their weaknesses and their strengths. Why not combine them all and make the one farming guide to unite them all, right? Because that's what we're aiming for. Thank you for submitting for a roster review, and hopefully you found it somewhat useful. Alright guys, on to the next one here. We are doing a certain viewer who is like the #1 fan, shall we say. Always comes to every single stream. And yeah, that's probably enough information to give away who it is. It could be any of you. I don't know if they're actually #1. I feel like that was a bad thing to say, right? But they're a big fan, right? Okay, we're doing Nick's account here. 1.7 mil. Executor on the way. Like to see it. It's a very lean account, right? It's a good account. I remember like when you came in Discord, because guys, I do, you know, allow you guys to like I always say, contact me on Discord. We can chat. We can go over things all the time, right? And Nick was someone who actually approached me when they started, you know, a year ago, and they were always asking me questions, always asking for feedback, and even they will be the first person to say they asked a lot, right? And sometimes I didn't reply because I told you guys sometimes I just don't get around to it, but I always try my best. AP approved account. That looks like a 1.7 million account. Kudos to this account. Very good. I know, guys. I think this account deserves a W. Guys, let's get some in the chat. This account's good. But here's kind of the thing I'm going for here. What they've kind of done, right, is they are someone who does watch a lot of different people, and they kind of what's the word? They kind of not improvise. They take bits and pieces from everyone and kind of combined it into one. Now there is an argument. How does this account do in Grand Arena? I don't know. When you get the ships, probably very good, right? But that's just something we'll work out down the line. But it is a very good account. In terms of fleet, we've got Negotiator, Empire, Rebels, obviously. Bounty Hunters is going to be the way forward, right? Okay. But yeah, it's a good account. It's a good account. My one kind of thing is what you've actually done is something that I know I said in my Starkiller guides a long time ago, right? I used to push the whole fact of, you know, take one or two characters from teams to Relic, and it will kind of boost teams. So for example, it's something that might apply to some of you. Let's take a look at Rebels. Like, we've got Commander Luke at Relics, Han Solo at Relics. The rest of the team's low gear, but they'll still work, right? And this is the thing. So it's not, you don't have to have the whole team at Relic at once. You can kind of improvise and adapt. That's what I was trying to say earlier, right? Obviously, no GLs. I know we had a conversation of what GL would be best. Kylo, SOKR, that's basically the same one. Kylo C, SOKR, you know, like every GL you can think of. And there's different options. Each one has benefits. Each one has drawbacks, right? Great advice, man. Well, thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. You got a very good account. You have a very good account. Like I said, what I like about your account is you've taken a bit of everyone's advice. You know, you can see the different guides, and they're all coming in. I mean, you don't have to say your own account's solid, you know. That's not how this thing works. You're supposed to come to me for the review. Otherwise, you could just review yourself, right? What's the point now? But no, very good account. The only thing I'm kind of questioning is I don't really see many Omicrons, like, at all. In fact, I don't see any. Do you not have any Omicrons? I guess you have some saved. I don't see any here. Once Jabba's accelerated, he's neck and neck with Sokoya off the best first year. Okay, this is a very good point, or a good topic for discussion. I am a believer that in terms, he has Iden, I'm blind. Thank you for pointing out about me. So yeah, in terms of what you get, Jabba, yes. Jabba is the best, right? In terms of what you get. But for new players, it does take a while to do Womper, it does take a while to do Hermit Yoda, you know? It's not like it's a quick farm. But the end goal's worth it. I don't know. I just think there's so many options. I mean, Arnold's proved that you can do Kylo first. You've had people like Star Wars Dad and other content creators have done C first, and that's worked perfectly fine. You've had people like myself say, don't even bother GLs, do Starkiller. AP and his core 8 teams, right? And all of that malarkey. It works. There are other options. I think Jabba's going to be one of them. I'm not sure if it's going to be the best, but I think it's going to be close. Also, guys, let's just remember it's not necessarily just about who's best, because you can have Kylo. Kylo's not going to win you GAC. You need to have a good roster. JMK, I don't know, man. I'm already a fan. He upsets me. JK has a lot to ask for me play. Yeah, but when you account for what you get, Jabba and JML give you some of the best bang for your buck, right? In terms of what you're farming. Yeah, I mean, SOK has a great fleet and great armies, but his teams are still like subpar outside of those respective modes. Whereas someone like Jabba is giving you the Jabba team, is giving you Jedi Knight Luke, is giving you a CLS team. Free farming guide path. How far behind are you, Mike? Yeah, I'm doing free paths. I've been planning for literal months. No joke. And talking through with people and discussing and going over different plans and farming paths and characters, really brainstorming. I've got some ideas in my head, I want to get them out there. And like I said, I don't like the idea of doing one farming path, because then I feel like you're really limiting yourself. I feel like there's a lot of creativity is needed. Well, let's hold on there, Nick. Every GL has trash requirements. Like, yeah, Phasma's good in territory war, she's useless outside. Rating, there's some trash requirements there. Jabba, there's some awful ones. C, same. Lord Vader, same. So it's not. I don't know, guys. Wait. Before you judge me on this, wait until you see my GL farming tier list. And no, it's not a tier list on the GLs. It's a tier list on the actual requirements. Yeah, cool rate. There's so many different options out there, guys. Is there one plan that's better than the others? Probably. I don't know. But there's so many ways to approach the game. And this is what I'm trying to say about the farming plan. I don't want it to be do this, do that, do that. I want it to be kind of, here's 3 plans. You pick the one that works best and adapt it. That, for me, is the best farming plan. It's not one where you're rigid. It's one where you can let it flow, you know, become one with it. Become one with the farming plan. And the roster will come out good, you know? And it also depends on what you enjoy. I mean, you know, we have people that enjoy Conquest. GAC focused plans are useless to them. You have people like, you know, Nick, I just enjoy the game. Well, then just play the game, man. Don't even worry about all these little things. I mean, your account's great. We'll take a look at mods, and then we'll move on to the next account. Darth Revan 322, not bad. Bastilo 301. Now, you get the mod stuff for the rest of the Eternity 2. No problem. That's true. That is true. But then, if we think about it from the perspective of, yeah, you do get the mod stuff forever, but the sooner you get there, the longer you reap the benefits. So in terms of the benefits, yeah, you know, that is huge. But I don't know. It's up to debate. You think Lord Vader has arguably the most useful? Now, okay. Lord Vader's really interesting. I don't want to comment any more on it. But I think he's low-key... I think he's an awful First Galactic Legend, if you go straight for him. But what I do think is if you farm certain teams, he may actually be one of the better first GLs. Because it kind of just falls into your lap. Yeah, the relic levels are the issue. But this is something for another day. Okay, so basically the 3 plans is going to be a GAC focused plan, a more general plan, and then I said TB, but I meant more of a guild focused. So basically, there are people who are just, you only care about, well, Vader shouldn't be in the first 4. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think there's necessarily a first 4 you should or shouldn't farm. Like I said, I think it depends on the way you farm your roster. I mean, look, I always do this, right? I always show this account because I just want to show an example of someone that went Lord Vader first and their account is amazing. Right? So let's just show you. Okay. This is an example of someone who farmed Lord Vader first. And you cannot tell me this is a bad account. my point is, depending on what you farm, and this person, they farmed for Lord Vader first because it's their favorite character. But depending on the teams you farmed early on, they can make certain farms and certain GLs a lot easier to get. It's like, I could tell you guys right now, SLKL is the best GL to go for first. But if you've already started playing the game and you haven't invested in First Order, you've invested, I don't know, in Hut Cartel, or if you've invested in the beginning of JKL for JML, it would be extremely dumb to stop all of that and backtrack. No, Genjo isn't aware. Can confirm they haven't spent. They saved crystals. They got more through saving crystals for literally 6 months. They've been playing a long time though. Like I say, a long time. They've been playing a while, but they aren't a whale. I can confirm. So, this is just an example of Lord Vader. You can do it. I think this account is 3 years old, or close to. Because they bought it with crystals when it was in Conquest. Because what happened, they decided they wanted Lord Vader. More came out, and what happened is they literally saved all their crystals, because at the time, they were getting really good. This is before Executor. They were getting decent. What was it before Executor? I can't remember. I don't think there was any Executors in their shards, but they were getting top in fleets. They basically saved their entire fleet income and just used it on more. And they had more, like 1.8 million GP. It slowed them down. Like, they could be 4 or 5 mil. It slowed them down big time, but they got more. So they're not well. Yeah, they're just... But my point was, I'm not saying... All I'm saying is when someone says something along the lines of, you can't go for this GL, like, top 4. My argument is, be more fluid. Don't just assume because people say this GL is not very good first, or this GL is not very good second. Yes, there is obviously always going to be an efficiency line of thinking, and that's where people like Darth Logata come in, like I said before. But again, it's all about how you farm, the teams you choose. If there are, like with this example, you follow a certain plan and Lord Vader just happens to fall into your lap. Is it the best choice? That's up to you to debate. And it's the same with the other GLs. Like I said, why would you, if you started farming JML and you're halfway there, why would you stop and go for Kylo just because you heard he's better? Yeah, if you start a brand new account, sure, then it makes more sense. But what I'm trying to show you guys is that the game isn't as black and white and as rigid as we say. Now, there is the argument that now Maul's improving grounds exclusively, it's harder to get him. And that's true, but that's going to be the same for JMK and Cat, and that's going to be the same for basically anything, unfortunately. That's just something we have to live with. Anyway, that's enough of the Lord Vader talk for today. But it's an interesting topic, nonetheless. And like I said, the main thing is I'm not trying to convince you this way or that way. I'm just trying to open your minds to, rather than just taking everything you hear at face value, what I say, what Arnold says, what AP says, what Zareth says, what all these different content creators say, take it but adapt it, and be fluid, because those are the good rosters. The rosters we've seen today, where we're like, oh my god, this is amazing. These are accounts where people use their own initiative. My 1 million account I started playing when it got injured, it's gravitating towards the second. After having Troopers as an arena team, getting Geo support mission unlock and Pat and CLS, that's nice. I feel I should mention this a lot of GP rosters, just people that don't know. Fairly low investment, Akbar can beat all fleets at high relics for side executive profundity. That is true. That is so true. I actually saw a video the other day, I think it was from the Gerbil, and they showed Kyle's ship, Kyle Katan's ship, and that was insane. Really good point. However, it can actually be triple attacker. Yes, Rebels can be triple attacker. You're making a very good point, and thank you for saying this and letting those people who are newer know about this information, because it needs to be out there. So thank you. Alright guys, you asked. Here's the list. We're currently on 32 out of 56. We're kind of plugging away. I expect to get maybe another 15, 20 done. we're gonna be here for a while. Okay, stop trying to make me farm Lord Vader first, bully. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying sometimes these farms fall into you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's the best first. The problem, here's the problem, is the Relicates. But like we've said before so many times on streams, each GL has the major flaws. Lord Vader, Relicates. JMK, Wat Tambor. I will stand by it. I honestly think JMK is the worst farm for new players just because of Wat Tambor. At least Relicates, you know, if you want to spend, you spend. If you want to save crystals, you save crystals. Relicates, Relicate. But if you want to do JMK, you're waiting months for Wat Tambor. Unless you're in a very good guild. That's my one caveat with that. You know, SOKR is an easier farm, but does he have as high a ceiling? Maybe. SOKR seems to stay relevant a long time. C is probably the quickest to get, but then he has his drawbacks. Every GL has positives and negatives, right? And again, just kind of, guys, use your own initiative. Plan and adapt. Plan and adapt. Okay. On to the next account. We are looking at. Oh my god, I don't know how to say your name, and I feel terrible right now. I feel sick to the core. How do I not know how to say your name? What your name in game is very different to your name on Discord. Let's see if I can ping you to let you know that I'm doing. Oh, look at that, guys. Okay. There you go, there's a second pinger today. That is also true. See, this is why I'm very much of the belief, it's a bit similar to AP, that you do other teams first and come back later. I'm still sold on the OG stuff. Oh, it's good. But the next one's going to take it to the next level. It's still going to be very similar, but it's going to take it to the next level. I'm also sold on it. I just wish I had actually not been bogged down by work for a couple of months and not fallen behind and actually finished it. That would have been fun. Hey, welcome. I hope you don't mind me pinging you. It was just to let you know that we're doing the rosters. Some people said that would be a good idea. I'm currently on your account, so welcome to the stream. Guys, can you imagine almost everyone messaging today is a channel member? I mean, imagine that, being able to spam those fun emotes when you get excited by roster reviews. Could never be me. Alright, we're actually... Guys, look at this. 34 likes. Any chance we can get 40? Guys, that, if you can, that would be pretty huge. Let's see. I mean, I don't doubt you guys can do that for a second. Okay. That is why Jabba feels best for me now, because the extra month or two over JMK to finish the get characters feels worth it. Oh man, I just really don't like the mindset behind the whole this GL. I really don't like that. Now, as someone who has all the GLs, I can tell you there are some that I wouldn't recommend first, but I will never tell you that because I don't like that kind of mindset. And this is why I'm going to be releasing the video hopefully this week or next week, and it's basically going to be going over each GL, but not as the GL themselves, but as the actual requirements. How much sense does it make? Are they as bad as they say? And I'm going to rate them all. It's not a GL rating in terms of power of the GL, it's a GL rating in terms of the farms, the teams, and all of that, which I think will be interesting. Like +1, well, thank you so much. You're amazing. Look at that, guys. We're almost there. We're at 37. 3 more to go. And I'll send you all a free cookie in the post. Because we all want free cookies. And it's chocolate chip as well. It's not just any old cookie. I'll send you all a virtual cookie. You just picked my first GL because you like JMK? Well, that's a great idea. Let's take a look at your account and see what we can do. Finishing JMK, then Afra. And after... I'll finish the teams I've already farmed. By the way, I've rushed to Formula GP to make Hard Conquest and Proving Grounds. That is a good idea, and I'm going to plug in a video here, guys, that I made many, many months ago. And that video is one of my Proving Grounds ones. So, this video's here, and I recommend you guys watch it if you're lower GP. And basically, in this video, what I do is I cover Proving Grounds and the fact that it is easier to bloat than you think, and how to bloat, all that fun stuff. And I recommend you guys check it out. Maybe bookmark it, save it for later. If you're under 4 million GP, take a look. There's some strategies and tips there for bloating your account. Well done, though, on getting all the way up to 4 million of conquest and all that fun stuff. Now, obviously, if we was to scroll down, you're going to see there's a lot of level 80s, a lot of level 85s, and this is all part of the bloating process. We're not going to talk about that today, but that is a good thing. Yeah, I hope you found it useful. If you do, when you watch it, leave a comment and let me know what you think. I always read every comment, even the negative ones. I might cry afterwards, but I do appreciate it, guys. Any support is good support. And again, if you watch any of the videos and you find them useful, share them to your guildmates. Let them utilize these as well. Anyways, back to the roster review. What we're going to be looking at here is the JMK farm. Obviously, we've already established so many times what Tambor's kind of the annoying one. I don't know how many shards you're on. If you don't mind telling me, that would be really useful for the roster review, because you may have some time to set aside, relax, put your feet up, and maybe start leveling some other teams. Now, what I find really fun here is your Treya team. I'm going to assume you are someone who watched my Proving Grounds videos, and you know that Treya, just for some reason, will just one-shot every Proving Ground mission. Get that Malik up and you can 3-star that Interceptor. Let's see, just out of curiosity, Nest is there as well, so you're probably 2-manning that more one, which gives you the Commander Ahsoka shots. So these are all ones we need to do. And again, this is a big thing for farming, guys. I feel like a lot of the ones in the past didn't, because Proving Grounds wasn't a thing. I don't think they've really accounted for the fact that we should all be working on having Proving Ground ready teams. You may or may not have GLs with 4 mil, so at least plan to have the teams to beat Proving Grounds, because otherwise you're at such a bad disadvantage. Missing 13 shards. Okay, so you got 1 more month to go. So that's not too bad. Let's have a look at your ships. You have the Interceptor. You have the Finalizer, you have Executor. SOKR wins all. Yeah, he does. That's true. But not everyone has SOKR. As we've already seen today, there are a lot of people who are already 4 million and above who don't have SOKR. And obviously the Proving Grounds video I always try to do about GLs, because not everyone has GLs, and that's understandable. That's fine. See lesson pad may beat all Proving Grounds besides Interceptor. Yeah, there's teams that beat all of them. Guys, it just depends. Interceptor was definitely the hardest one to come out. We'll have to see what happens with the Malgus one. Didn't almost all Padme. Well done. It's nice. Yeah, I haven't got around to setting it up, but there should be one. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. We need to go and sort that out at some point. Don't worry, guys. I haven't forgotten. Okay, I haven't forgotten. All right, how are we looking here? Okay. General Skywalker unlocked. He's on his way to 7-star, which is decent. So, you said you're going to finish Afra. Let's have a look at how your Afra farm's going. Okay, they're being starred up gradually. What about Sana and all of those guys? Omicron 7-star. Hondo, yeah, I almost look at him. Mike, he probably wasn't here when I literally said today. I did look. Before the stream, I did like 13 hours, maybe 14. I can't remember now. And unfortunately, when I do that many long days, I just don't have the time to post videos or edit Discord. So I will get around to it when I have a chance. But that's just part of the fun, I guess. How far out is my roster review? I do not know. I can show you the list. We're currently on 32 out of 56. Razor Crest I had before playing Proof. Treya plus Nest to get Cat. Had me to get Boba. Nice. I won't lie, I never got to do the Boba Fett one. Because that was when I was on my break when that Proving Grounds came out. That's why there's no video for it. Is it going to say just for members only? Oh, no. It's going to say members only. Not just. I mean, if you really want, we can give you like your own little chat. But you'll be talking to yourself. Or maybe we put in like a bot. Okay, if you guys seen like them chat AI bots, we can put one of them in for like. If you're lucky, it might even say it's a girl. So you can have your first girlfriend. In my server of all places. Guys, this is the sort of things we offer in the old Glurmit family. You become a channel member. I'll give you your own virtual girlfriend. And some virtual cookies. Because those are the two things we want in life. Virtual cookies and virtual girlfriends, right? God, I feel like I just triggered half the world. Or should I say just half this forgotten community right there. We all wish for those things. I know I do. Only the cookies, obviously. Right, yeah, Starkiller Hondo. Alright, we're still going, guys. We're still going. Let's take a quick look at mods. I'm not going to look at the actual speeds this time. I'm just looking at the order of the characters, and it looks pretty good. I'm going to be honest, I like it. In terms of the Omicrons, I like the trail one. I mean, that's pretty good. What Datacrons do you have? Okay, I'm going to be real. If you was going to invest in a Datacron, I'm not saying you should, but if you was, one that may be worth your time is actually the Nest one. And she's already Relic 5. And the Relic 7 Nestcron is, or level 9 even, is just going to be taking her ceiling even higher. You're going to be beating so many better teams. Maybe worth you investing in. Okay, so in terms of the teams, you need to invest in your gas team. See, I'll be honest, I like the idea of doing Afro. This is what you want to do. I just kind of feel like gas. Fair enough. If you don't like Datacrons, don't do them. Like, I always say this, you don't have to do them. I'm just saying if you wanted to, the Nest one could be good. See, Gas needs some investment, Starkiller needs investment, Malik needs investment. I'm gonna be honest there, guys. Those all need a little bit of work being done to them. See, I would be inclined to say they should come before Afro, just because I don't know how much a Gear 12 Starkiller is doing, or how much a Gear 12 Malik's doing, or even, Gear 11 Gas. Okay, Gas is another that will get 7-star next month. God, next month is going to be huge for your rosters. Congratulations. We love to see it. We love to see it, guys. Alright. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking your account. I'm liking the Omicron choices. See less investment. Okay, look at that. The investment's starting. The CLS is a good team. If you're going for Sana, you also want to invest in that team. Ooh, Trench on the 6th. Well, if you're going to get Trench, you'll want to make sure you have his team. You already have Django done, so you'd only have to invest in a few more. Wartime Ball will also be done, which is very, very nice, right? So you'd only have Newt and Dooku. Unless we get another Separatist, we don't even know it. And then maybe things change ever so slightly there. Alright. Second part of the year will be just improve all teams fund. Here's my only issue, because I do this on my main, let alone you guys. Sometimes, think of it like this. In the real world, you know, the physical world, not the world of YouTube, what's for going. Sometimes you will set yourself a goal, right? Or maybe it's the diet, maybe it's the exercise. I mean, I know I do that. And maybe it's to get good at something, like a skill, or learn a magic trick, or whatever it is, I don't know. And basically, what happens is a lot of the time you'll say, I'll do it later. You know, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it in a month's time. And that lack of discipline will mean in a month's time, you're saying you're going to finish your teams, and in a month's time, you're going to have trench. What about, you know, or maybe not a month's time, but maybe in a couple months' time, you have trench. But what about in 3 months' time? Do you want cow? Are you going to be farming for him? And then all of a sudden, you push everything back. And back and back and back. And sometimes, you just need to sit there and say, okay, look, I know I can't commit to just finishing CLS now. For example, I can't finish CLS now. It makes no sense to do that. But what you can do is something like this. For every 2 or 3 relics you do for one team, for example, for JMK, right? If you had started a while ago, you say, okay, for every 2 or 3 relics I do for JMK, I'm going to do 1 relic for my general roster. Because at least that way you're still upgrading without putting everything to a stop. If you only do 1 farm and ignore everything else, you're going to finish that, but then something new will come out and you'll say, okay, I don't care. I'm not going to do that. And that's when you end up with these weird accounts that get to 7 and 8 million GP with like a gear 12 stock, you know, or like a gear 12 Malik. It is not common, but it happens. And that's the easiest way to avoid that. To kind of be a bit more disciplined, right? I like your idea. I think it's very good. I'm just worried that you're saying you're going to spend half a year doing this. In that half a year, there's going to be characters come out. And in this, you don't want to risk, what's the word? I want to say you don't want to risk delaying everything even more. Also, welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you in the chat today. Hope you're having a good day. So that's kind of my advice here. I like your account. I think it's very good. So yeah, well done. Great account. Alright, on to the next roster we go, guys. Alright, here we go. Gas is the farm. Let's see how this goes. If you're enjoying the stream, be sure to give the stream a like, share to your guild members, your friends, whoever you can think. See if they want to have a roster review as well. Maybe your friend will be jealous of your roster review you've received, and maybe they'll want one too. Okay, guys, on to the next one today. A 3.4 million GP, and they're farming General Skywalker. Thanks for the review. Well, thank you for requesting. I hope it answered all your questions. If you have any more, be sure to message me on Discord, and I'll take a closer look at your roster there. The stream's coming up to around about 3 hours long. I'm planning on going for another few hours at least, but I'm going to be honest, guys, I am kind of tired. I was working, like I said, a long shift today. So maybe the stream only lasts an hour, 2 hours max. Again, we'll try and get through as many as possible. There may be people at the end who just don't get seen today. If you're not seen today, you will definitely be seen in the next stream. Because remember, when we started this stream today, I think there was like 38 in the list, and we're already, like from last time, we're already on 33. So we've almost done all the last people from the last list, and then we'll do like half the stream today. I'll try my best, but obviously time is something that we're all going to become stuck to eventually. Right, so this is a really nice account. 3.4 million, Kylo unlocked, Malik unlocked. CLS is at relic. Now you're farming for gas. I mean, I kind of like gas. I think it'd be a good farm. It's all done for a list. I've got a list here. It's the fairest way. Everyone who submits goes on the list, and then we just do them in order. Otherwise, obviously, someone could come in and just accuse me of favoritism, and that's not something I want to do. Like I said before, I know that some of you will be waiting a while. Fully understand it. If you're in the Discord, I'll be pinging you when it's your turn, so at least you know you've been done, and you can double check in case you don't want to wait around to watch every single roster review. But if you have the time, or even if you can, maybe you don't have the time to watch, but maybe, you know, you drive to work, or you get the bus to school, or anything like that, I'd recommend you at least listen to a lot of it, because you'll probably learn some information just from listening, right? At least I know I do. I listen to a lot of Swiggo streamers and YouTubers. Even if I don't watch the content, I listen to what they have to say, because you learn a lot of information that way. Okay, and with that said, let's go back to the roster review. So, are these recorded? Streamable later. These are all recorded. All my streams, I'll show you here. All my streams, you can go here and you can see all the past streams. Every single one's on there. Now, what I try to do, I'll show you, for example, this one, I think. It's not this one. You can see when I had time, because I do try to go back and time code them, but I've picked up only 2 grand arenas where I didn't time code them. It's kind of sad. I try to put timestamps in. Obviously, on the long streams like today, it's a little bit difficult for timing, but you can definitely go back and watch them. Once the spreadsheet's up and running, there'll be literally a link you can click, and it'll take you to your roster review. And that's kind of the only issue. But to be fair, if you was to go on, like, for example, I'll quickly show you guys. If you was to go on the last roster review stream, you can kind of scroll across and you can kind of see where I switched the rosters. On average, you'll see I spent about 10 to 15 minutes per roster. So you can see where I switch, and you can just go there and you can see if it's your account. I know it's a little bit of work. I know it's a little bit annoying. It's the easiest way. The Discord's so awesome. Thank you. You're very kind. Be sure to always message in the Discord. You know, always ask questions. There's loads of people in there who are happy to talk, happy to answer questions, myself included. It's all just one big community, and it's made possible by you guys. Right. Every time I say this, I get distracted. Okay, so gas is the farm. Like I've already said, that's nice. I like a gas farm. Let's take a look at your 501st. Okay. At least you're gonna have semi-decent clones by the time you get round to unlocking gas, right? The last thing you want to do is unlock General Skywalker and have like gear 8 clones, because it's kind of trash. You want to unlock gas, ideally have enough get 1 to max him, and have decent clones. Like I'm talking gear 12 to relic. That's kind of the goal that we all strive to have. All right. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to wake myself up here. Yeah, for the most part, I mean, I like this account. There's not really too much to say. It's a very nice account. It's quite lean. Kylo unlocked. Honestly, my advice here, if you're in a position like this, you know, 3.4 million, my advice here is go out there and try and get to 4 mil. If you get gas, you'll have SLKL, Padme, Gas, Malik, DR. You can at least do something in hard mode conquest. At Proving Grounds, you can start unlocking characters, and the quicker you do that, the better. Remember, it's like with Jabba earlier. I understand that it may not make sense to go from early. Yo, that's sick, Palpy. Well done. Congratulations on that mod. If you want, send me a screenshot of it on Discord, and I'll get up on the stream. We can all rate your mod out of 10. The point I was going to make is the longer you take to access Proving Grounds, if you're free to play, you're basically adding another month onto every farm. It's already going to take you over a year to get cat free to play without spending any crystals. Why make it take longer than it should when you could just get your way to 4 mil GP and do it that way? Okay, let's go to the next roster here. This one is Jay Chung. I saw you at the beginning of the stream. I don't know if you're here now. If you're here, drop us a message. Show everyone that you're a massive fan who just can't get enough of these roster reviews. Still here. There we go. Let's go. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. That is well and truly amazing. Alright, guys. There's just something about there's just something about a lean roster that's nice. I'm with you. I do think bloating is the way to go. I think you need to bloat as much as possible, as quick as possible. But it's all about how you bloat. Like there's not really much point in like gear rating like Ewok Scout, for example. Hey, you got Carl Katan to 5 stars. Congratulations, that's huge. Well done. Big step forward. Also gearing up Aiden. Someone's been listening to the advice in these streams. Love to see it. J-Tone, you said you're relatively new. Be gentle? Of course, we'll be gentle, don't worry. What you'll notice is I always try and find positives in every account. I'm not going to sit here and say this is awful, because no account is awful. It's just some accounts are in need of a little bit of love and care. Some accounts are just not so much needed, right? If that makes sense, So the first thing I'm looking at is, what have you gone for? You've actually gone for executive, and you're not that far away. Now, what I'm actually finding interesting here is Mandalorian seems to be your forte. Maybe you're just a Mandalorian fan, I'm not sure. Nice. Let's see you get exec in a couple of days. That'll be huge. That'll take your account from good to great. Exec is a massive thing. Oh, for ROTE. Well, let me just tell you this: when you eventually unlock, you have your Canderous ready for it. I'm jealous. I have a Gear 12 Canderous. I wish I had a Relic one, because he's a good character. Okay. My only kind of thing here, I'm looking at data crowns. Oh, that is amazing. Look at this, guys. Look at this. 3-pure Chewy. R7 Cron. What's your Honda like? R7? Your speeds are awful. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Like, it's all about time, love and care, all of that stuff. This is why we look at speeds. It's not so I can say, this guy has terrible speed mods, because I have terrible speed mods. But what I'm always trying to do is help you guys improve. And I think that's what most of it is. Like, if you're struggling with mods, I would recommend you check out my modding guides. I've got some on how to mod certain teams, and I'm also starting my short but sweet mod series where you can see exactly how to approach modding in general. Definitely recommend you do it. No Honda, sadly. That's okay. Don't worry about it. If you watched my video, I know you're pretty new to the channel. You only subscribed last stream. But I made a video a couple weeks ago, and it was basically about whether you should invest in new characters, before they're accelerated. And one of the things I said is don't fall into the trap of getting a level 9 Cron and investing in that character, because by the time you finish them, the chances are the Cron may leave, and is the character going to be as good as they was at the time? The answer is probably going to be no. Alright guys, sorry about the yawning. It's been a long day. It's been a long day today. Active Savage Omicron. You have a lot of R7s. My advice... I mean, you're in ROTE, maybe you need the R7 teams. My advice would be kind of slow down and be a bit more pragmatic. You don't need, you know, all these R7 unless you're doing ROTE, and then ignore this advice. But if you're not doing ROTE and you know, you might be, but you might not be doing the R7 missions, slow down and maybe try and take more teams to Relic rather than just having, you know, loads of R7 characters. When you finish Executor, I would recommend you maybe go for a big farm, and this can be Aphra, this can be Starkiller, this could even be a Galactic Legend. I would take some time, do some research, try and watch as many content creators as you can and see what they say. Don't just take what they say as gospel. Cease after Executor, okay, that helps out a lot. Do you know what, Mike? One day, young Lando is going to one-shot someone, and I'm going to throw my chair if that happens. Like, I will grab my chair and I will throw it so hard that the chair will never stand back up again. In celebration of young Lando. Yeah, I like the idea of doing C. I really do like that idea. I feel like that could work really well. Okay, guys, I'm going to be 100% honest. The tiredness has suddenly kicked in big time. And I don't really want to have any more caffeine because I've already had a lot today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 more reviews, okay? After that, no more for today. So if you request now, you will be seen next stream. We're going to do 5 more today. It's still going to be close to an hour long. Maybe less, but I just can't promise you guys there'll be good reviews after that. And I hope you can understand this. We've been going for a while, like 4 hours almost. It's been a fun stream. This isn't the stream ending. It's just me letting you guys know. You will wait for that day. If you filled in the form, you will be on the list. I can't tell you who's in the list right now because I can't check. But everyone will be seen at some point. You just have to appreciate that. We're not just spending 2 minutes per roster, we spend quite a long time. Right? We really do go quite in depth, we look at a lot of factors. And you guys just have to appreciate that it does mean that it's going to take a bit longer to do you guys and all your rosters. Thank you. Again, if you're in the Discord, send me a DM and I can always give you some more advice, more personal advice, or anything you want to know. I'm always more than happy, guys. Also remember, if you're in the Discord, feel free to message in many of the chats, try out the different bots, and just have fun. Make sure you go on the role request section and turn on streaming and video notifications. That way, I don't like at everyone people. Great 7 AM London time speech earlier. Man, I would love to do it until 7 AM, but at the same time, I didn't think I'd get this tired this quick. Thank you for doing it in depth. You really need the advice. Well, thank you. Thank you for understanding and for appreciating it. Stuff, guys. I want to give everyone the most time possible. But you just have to understand that it's not as simple as me just looking and going, look at this. I've got to take time, and I know we go on tangents, but that's also part of it as well. So yeah, make sure you put on those notifications. That way you get notified every time I go live and every time I do a video. Okay, 2.2 million account with gas unlocked. I know this account because this account's good. This is Justin XI Legolas account. Now this is very lean. This is a very, very lean account. My one kind of issues with accounts like this is I just kind of want to be like, just blow a little bit, you know, try and get to 4 mil, but you're 2 mil, you're still a long way away. I wouldn't worry too much right now, but down the line, yeah, you want to be bloating, because let's just remember, guys. you don't want to yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. I was too busy laughing at Mike's comment. You work hard to keep me humble. You do a good job of keeping me humble, and I'm gonna be honest there, guys. You do a good job. And massive thank you to everyone who liked the stream today. 40 likes. It's pretty good. The question is, can we get to 50 before the stream's done? Now that would be amazing. Remember, guys, last roster review stream, we managed a grand total of 62 likes. So can we get that this time? I don't think so, guys. I don't think you have it today. To be fair, today's stream has only had 147 views. The last stream had 389. Granted, today's stream was a lot later. We didn't really start at prime time, which is like 9 PM. So thank you so much for the support, guys. You're all amazing. You really are. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream enough to stick around. It makes me a happy Glurmit. Also, for those of you wondering, tomorrow will be a territory war stream. Well, I say that there is a chance I don't stream because I'm doing something very important on Wednesday, quite early, so maybe I won't stream. I have to go to a funeral, so I might be preparing myself for that. So maybe tomorrow night there won't be a stream. There should be 62 likes. That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. You guys are awesome. If we could average that every stream, guys, I would be in love with you. I really would be. Alright. Anyway, let's go back to the roster. I like it. It's lean. We get that. You the man. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're an amazing person. Just giving me those massive ego boosts. Literally do what Mike said to avoid. What I said the screenshot for the mod. Do you have me on Discord? I just literally add me as a friend. I don't know. Just send me a friend request on Discord, and then send it down. I want to show people this mod now. I want the world to see your free speed roll mod, because everyone wants to see it. I can tell you now. I know I do. There we go. I don't know if this is. I'm assuming this is you who just added me. I'm not sure. This a different username. This is 2 mil. Yeah, this is 2 mil. I mean, imagine saying this account's 2 mil, guys. This is like more relics than my main. An amazing account. It really is. That's super impressive. Ah, yes, I got you. Send it over. I even waved at you. How do you feel? You got to wave from me on Discord. Oh man, this account is actually amazing. Like, it really is. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What did they say they're farming? Lord Vader main farm. Executor requirement side farm. This account could really have Executor and Lord Vader by like 2 or 3 mil. 3 or 4 mil, sorry. My apologies. And if that happens, the world is their oyster, you know? The world is their oyster. I would love to see that. So it's a good account. 100%. I love it. Now, in terms of things you could do, in terms of game modes you enjoy, TB is the game mode you enjoy most. I love to see it. So why not go ahead and apply a certain Omicron? You don't have Omega unlocked, but apply the Omicron. It will make your life so much easier. Also, guys, this is the mod that is in question. Here you go. I said I'd show it, so here we go. This is the mod Palpy ran earlier. Now, I'm going to be straight up honest. It was a bit ballsy because the secondaries aren't the best. 18 speed's nice. 18 speed's nice. Now, would I take this any higher? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. The primary's good. The speed's good. But these ones are a little bit dicey. But it's a great mod. Well done. I love to see it. 18 speed is huge. If I see you, I'll save you for the next stream. Thank you so much for coming along, Palpy. Have a good evening. And thank you again for showing your mods to us. Can I get a review? All the reviews are being done through like a form you fill in. It just makes my life so much easier. Rather than trying to look through the chat and missing people, you can fill it in and we'll try our best to get to you. I have explained that it's quite late and I'm quite tired, so we're not going to do too many reviews today. But it's always worth sticking around and watching the other ones because you may learn something yourself, you know. We always learn from looking at other people. But thank you for asking. I do appreciate it. Alright guys, so I think we're just going to go on to the next account. We've kind of already looked at this one. It's a really good account. Alright, here we go. On to the next one. I consider myself new to the game. Been around for about 5 months. I love every aspect of the game. Such a great game. Grand Arena, Territory War, Conquest, Territory Battles, you name it. I love it. That's I'm not gonna lie, that's quite an enthusiastic thing right there. Okay, here's oh, I like this. You've only been around 5 months, man. Star Killer unlocked. I'm assuming you're not free to play. Yeah, there's no way. But we'll see. And look at this, guys. 2.7 mil Star Killer Savage Omicron. It's Hyperdrive bundle, no? Yeah, it's Hyperdrive bundle, and that's okay. Man, that's kind of nice. Sorry for coughing. My throat has gone ridiculously dry. It's all that talking. You're currently farming C. Makes sense, you know. You're already part of the way there, you know. And C Savage, great team. Great team. I like this. I'm a big fan of Starkiller. I feel like you got Starkiller first, which I like. Should we have a look at this person's Grand Arena history? See how Starkiller's doing for them. They're in Bronze Team 4. They've also got Cal in there as the light side like Force user. And Kyle as well. I've replaced Kyle with a Jedi tank, but this is pretty good, guys. Okay, what's your outlook code? Okay. Yeah, I can't find your account. That's a shame. We might be able to find it through the guild, actually. Right, Dragon's Alliance, okay. And what's your name? Dracus. Found your account. Here it is. So if we go to GAC history. Okay. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Do you know what? That's not bad. What's the full Star Killer team? Good question. So, normally people are gonna run. Need some ultimate. Oh yeah, I sure do. Normally people run Palp Mara, Starkiller, any Jedi tank, and then Visas. But you can run Cal as the light side ally force user. You can also run JTR. You can also run different leads. You don't have to run Palp Mara lead. You could run Savage lead, but Palp Mara is the most common. Palp Mara Vader beat Bastila, CLS beat Vader, Dash, okay, Savage here. Oh my god. Why is Vader apparently going on a mad one here? That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna be honest, this is actually kind of crazy. But you just put you're just putting Starkiller on defense, right? I'm assuming so. I don't know where your Starkiller is. Where is your Starkiller? Oh, there he is. See, there you're holding. You love to see it. I mean, this is what I'm saying, guys. You go for Starkiller. Especially in the lower tiers, no one's gonna know what to do, man. I mean, you could always check out, you know, my Never Lose to Starkiller video, but how many people have seen that? Probably not many, right? I like this. I think you need to work a little bit on team compositions. You're still new to the game. That's okay. But you can clearly see, I mean, 3v3 obviously is harder, right? But you can clearly see it. There's a promise here. I like it. I like it a lot. Also, Cal, he is good in the Starkiller team. Let's be real there, guys. He is good. Okay, let's take a look at mods and then let's move to the next account. I am getting tired, so we want to try and get through as many as possible. Mara Jade is your fastest character. She is sitting at... Gee, what? 349? Someone knows how to mod. Now, Mara Jade actually wants protection primary, so to be a real horrible person right there. Because she gains stacking protection throughout the battle. Okay, this is an example of 349 down to 290, but I don't really think it's a problem at this point. Your account's still brand new. You're not going to have as many mods. That's pretty cool. I like that. You should be proud of your achievements here. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next account. Try and get as many done as possible. Alright, the next account... Oh, Palpy, if you're here, your account is now. I can see it. I can see it now. Okay. Discord NA. Gas Padme Republic. GG Droids. Your username is Palpy. We'll try and get your review done as quick as possible here, Palpy. Because I know that you've been waiting a long time. And I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Alright, guys. Let's take a look here. I think this, you know what, guys, this is gonna be the last review for today. After this, I know I'm not gonna be giving good reviews. It's getting too late. Well, yes, that's true. But all I'm saying is, until you get well above Bronzium, you might be on the list. You should be on the list. I mean, if you put your name in, you'll be on there. But just remember, there is still another 20 people to go. It's just going to take time. I'll flick through and I'll let you know right at the end. You'll be on there somewhere. Like I said, I know it can be annoying waiting. I know no one wants to do that. But it just takes time. And okay, here's the thing, Jay, right? Early game, Starkiller will just wall. Because you're gonna get Starkiller before your opponents get GLs. You're gonna most likely wall the defense, right? As long as you've been farming some mods, like you said, and Mara Jade's fast, they're not gonna beat you, right? And then you can use the requirements. Oh no, it's fine. I will check. Don't worry, I will check. Yeah, don't worry. I will check at the end. it's just tough. Like I said, I want to spend a long time doing each roster review because I want to make sure they're all perfecto, you know? That quality content that we all love to see. But yeah, I think late game, I'm a big fan of Starkey on offense. But how many people have Ray and how many people have Ray Ben early game? Not many. You know, barely anyone has Ray as it is. Sleep mid-time, man. When I finish this stream, I am 100% going to collapse in my bed. I'm not looking forward to that. I need sleep so bad, man. I really need sleep. This rest to make those videos ASAP, man. I've got so many videos to make. You have no idea. Expect to see one tomorrow for sure, and I'm gonna try and record the rest of this week's videos as well. Okay. Anyways, we're here to do Power Piece roster. Okay. Gas is a nice first farm. I think I have a gas guide on my channel. Let me double check. I'm almost certain I made a 1-minute guide on how to beat the gas fan. At least I think I did. Let's take a quick look here. It should be a 1-minute guides, wherever that is. Give me 1 second, guys. I will find this 1-minute tips. Here we go. There we go. So it may be worth. I'm gonna put it in the YouTube link here again. If you're doing gas, check out this video. It's literally a 1-minute guide on how to beat phase 4 of the gas mission. It goes through some of the key things you're gonna need to know. Beautiful, will be good. Instantly rest your brain. Oh, I'm gonna rest my brain, guys. Trust me. And then I hope to see. I mean, we're not ending just yet, but I hope to see you guys in tomorrow's stream. That'll be fun. Because, like I said, seeing familiar faces is always nice. We'll see if we can actually break today's like record tomorrow. 41 today. Tomorrow, 42. Okay. Also, tomorrow's stream is going to be a lot earlier. If we do stream, it'll be like a 6 or 7 p.m. UK time stream. Maybe 8 p.m. I don't know. It's not going to be as late as today. Because that would be awful. So here's the thing. I like the account. It's 2.4 million GP. Let's see how fast your Rex is. Decent, 295. That's okay, because the thing is, Rex needs good mods to be fast, because he's a slow character, right? So you clearly know what you're doing. You have a lot of characters on the way to Relic. And your 501st is ready. So when you unlock gas, you have the team, and I love that. I love that so much. I really do like the farms. What I would recommend is that you actually go and apply Droideca's Omicron. Droideca's a good relic for the gas event, and a good Omicron if you want to go and apply that. I feel like that could be a very good idea for you, right, to do. So that's something I'd maybe recommend you do. That's your next Omi. I love to hear that, Pelpy. I love to hear that. What a great Omi. 100% a fantastic Omicron we should all be applying. Cough cough, I don't have it myself, but I should, right? Don't always listen to Glurmit, because sometimes he's a bit hypocritical, you know? And this is one of those times. Alright, let me just find your request. You're farming the Republic fleet. Not bad. Negotiator with the negotiator fleet, that's okay. It makes sense. If you're doing gas, you're getting a Republic fleet anyway. So that's okay. Just remember, you are going to need decent relics on them. So it'll take a bit of investment, but like, for example, your Padme into relic would be a good idea. Do you know what? I think you got a really good account here, Palpy. If I was you, I'd be very proud of what you've done. And you got that new mod, which is currently on GK, but you know what? That could be a good Padme mod as well. Because Padme does need health and speed. She probably, like, I would want her for health. So maybe switch it there. I mean, it's up to you. GK can be good with high speed, but Padme is where it's at. Alright, I'm sorry to cut this short, but I'm too tired to continue, guys. The tiredness has gotten the best of me. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. I know I have. If you're new to the stream and you want to watch the next one, I would words. I can't speak today. I would recommend you guys subscribe and turn on notifications. Join the Discord as well, right? Because then you'll know when I go live. Tomorrow, Territory War. There probably won't be roster reviews tomorrow. If we do, it'll be literally 5 or 6. But don't, like, tomorrow's stream, don't necessarily ask me lots of times, hey, where's my roster review? Where's my roster review? Because that's not the aim of tomorrow, okay? But it'll be good to see some of you tomorrow for some Territory War. It should be fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Expect to see some new videos. You are good for this, noobs? What do you mean? What do you mean? Do you mean like good for new players? I'm confused what you mean now. I recommend you guys also check out the videos I linked today during this stream. You know, the Imperial Trooper modding, the 4 million Proving Grounds video. I recommend you guys go and give those a watch because it is useful. You might learn something. And again, I'd like to thank you all for coming along. This stream's been really fun. And I'll see you guys later. And then Jay, if you want to let me know what you mean, just type it in the chat up there. I'll give you a reply in the text. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.